the night, but it's the only way of life. It's black holes pulling me inside of this black heart, the black soul underneath this black sky. Baby, you should come with me. I'll take you to the dark side. Me and you and me, do bad things in the nighttime. Baby, you.
Loca, 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 loca. Sigue así, nadie te controla.
Could you imagine? How could you just leave me without memories? I can't help but wonder.
You broke my heart. You broke my heart. Used to be, if everybody did what you
she wanna do is get naked. I met two girls in this club tonight. All she wanna do is get naked. I met two girls in this club tonight. Top floor living like they met two girls in this club tonight. Tryna figure out which one I like. Small city girls too jaded. Famous hoes ruin my life. I met two girls in this club tonight. Swear they both got me hypnotized. Either one could ever be my wife, cause they got me running from my life. Wonder how many we can fit in this blackbird bracelet. Girl, you look good already, you ain't gotta do the extras. Woke up in the mansion, I'm feeling tools, I need a checkup. I can tell by the looks that you miss. Feelings in the air, I just probably don't catch you. All she wanna do is get naked. I met two girls in this club tonight. All she wanna do is get naked. I met two girls in this club tonight.
To what the V-ENT sport, like, yeah, the V-ENT sport have actually been doing well lately, you know, the V-ENT sport, the third party kings and all, but lately I don't know, they've been lagging, but we are still looking forward to what they are going to do. They actually did well against the BERSERK generation. They went power on. It is meticulous, it was clean, it was exquisite.
No pares, que el tiempo no sabe ver tus labios, mandan señales. Mi cuerpo no puede entenderlo, roja y me arde sin tocarme, sin prometer bailando. Somos rivales, pero al final que va a caer. Pero al final está detrás. Suelta el miedo, no digas nada, el sudor cuenta la verdad. Si el deseo es quien manda, no hay pecado en tropezar.
No, my name is Riley, and yes, you can see my colleague Baby Spams right here with me. Right now, we're about to show you one of the best gameplays. You've actually been up to date. The Dynasty Cup we've been hosting for you, like every gameplay you've been seeing on this screen. But yeah, don't you forget, we are streaming on YouTube. This is the African Free Fire community. We have one of the best African, like like 12 top 12 best African teams actually. I mean, we have all of them in the same lobby. Come on, like, are you not looking forward to see something like that? And yes, don't you forget that it is the rush hour from the third map, and from the third map, you definitely in this map don't want to be dependent on that kill point alone, because the kill points won't help you. You actually want to find a way to get into the last zone in the lobby. You understand what I'm saying? So yes, once again, the point system. The point system is actually different, and this is the tournament structure. We've actually gone for the national qualifier, the semi-finals, and right now this is the grand final, the first team to reach 80-point threshold. Don't you forget, it is the point road, the survival of the fittest, and secure a booyah becomes champion. We actually have a lot of champion, at least like every team in this lobby has actually secured a tournament or two. It's a battle between champions right now, and we are definitely looking forward to that team that is going to claim the title of championship again. So right now we are heading into the players in the lobby.
We have BERSERK was first shown to us, and now we're looking at Restart Esports, and we see Ryder, Light, Rocky. They're one of the representatives of the Restart Esports, and now we're seeing V-ENT Esports, who have been they're a very prolific team in the Nigerian community, and still arguably the best, even though BERSERK just won the Deca Cup. But V-ENT is a very formidable side. And Alpha Wolves, we've seen them in previous tournaments. That was Aztec SSA League, and now we're seeing them again at Dynasty Cup. Let's see what they can give to us. But them making it to finals is a lot. And FORSE Esports also, we see Flacy, we see Josan, we see Slay, and we see Ock representing for the FORSE Esports. The only 4 players in the team, but they will be giving us a lot. And we see Frozen Empire also 6 players. Let's see the 4 they're going to be starting today for the point rush. Or for the rush point, my bad. And now we see COSA and NOSTRA. We have Juice, we have Gun, we have Ladyboy, and we have Boss. And we have seen lots of them in the grandest stage in SSA, especially Juicy and Ladyboy. And we're looking at them JOGOU. We have Walcott, Dante, Yarin, Salgado, Anjo, and Solozin representing this Mozambique side. And Xrootz Esports also. I won't lie to you, this is my first time also seeing them here, and let's see how or what surprises they're going to bring to us in today's 6 maps. And Paradox Gaming, of course, our esports World Cup champion. Then Rick, Snipes, Sneaky, L2K, and Ledex. They did God's work for us here at Free Fire World Series SSA. And now we've seen SpaceX, the Madagascar team, and you see SPX. Oh, I can't read all their names, I won't lie to you. Paco, JBS, and Underground Esports, the runner-up in the FFWS Africa AF, Luxin, Meetscape, Pokies, Serip, Neutral, and Slifer, who is a new addition to the team. And again, BERSERK Generation, Liam Cracked Roroi, who was the best player at the Deca Cup. And now we're looking at the rush point system, and we see the standard rules placement, of course, as usual, 1 Q point per elimination. The zone damage is going to be very high, and that is starting from the 4th map. On the 5th map, we see again zone damage very high, but the kill point this time is going to reduce to only half of what it is usually. That's 0.5 points. And the kill raise, again, zone damage increase, but then for the 6th map, the kill point is going to be topped up by 2, which is 2 points. And placement points is going to be reduced drastically, unlike the 5th map in which placement points is increased. And again, rush point system, whoever tops today is going to get 10 points, 10 extra points. 2nd place, 7 points. 3rd place, 6 points. 4th place, 3 points. 5th place 2 points, 6th place 1, and 7th to 12th 0 points. And we'll be heading into the first map of the day soon. And again, the tiebreakers, we have total booyah, total placement, total elimination, total placement, and placement of last map.
And the prize pool distribution, you should know that it is $400 right here. First position taking home $200. Second position with $100. The third with 50. Fourth with $30. Sixth with 10. And yet, fifth with 10 and sixth definitely with 10. And you should know that all the maps actually hold different stories right now. You have the NOSTRA map, the Bermuda map, the Calgary map, the Solar map. And we're definitely going to look forward to the map that is going to come in a random way. And now this is the Bermuda. This is where it all starts. This is where the story begins, and this will be the first. This will be the first map of the day. We already have the teams heading to a different location to rack up as many loot as they can. You should see none of the teams are lagging behind right now. They are trying to look for a way, and we are looking forward to see the teams that are going to try to get the all drops on each other. The V-ENT eSports team are actually known to doing that. They are actually known to going for the third parties. And yes, we already have our first map. This is our first fight. Paco from the SpaceX, the captain right now. I think it might actually be in a very, very bad situation, and he is down. The V-ENT eSports team are already showing what they are capable of in the first game. V-ENT eSports team are already racking to elimination, dropping, and that will be the third elimination. The SpaceX eSports team are actually being in trouble right now. V-ENT Supreme is going in. He might just be the man of the game. 2 XPX right now. King Hydra going after 2 XPX, and that might just be it for the SpaceX eSports team.
And you see V-ENT eSports, the way they come in, I don't know what they're on. I don't know why they're venting their anger this much on the SpaceX team. But 4 solid eliminations. Absolute supremacy from Supreme. The Hydra also racking up 2 eliminations to go. And off screen we see CM 3 eliminations. I saw the Q3 coming from Ladyboy claiming 3 eliminations early on. And Frozen Esports also claiming 1 elimination. And I think the team the COSA NOSTRA got their points from is the Restart Esports, who are only left with 1 player. And we see the spread from the V-ENT Esports. We're looking at the Frozen Esports now going up against the Underground Esports, taking out Slifer already. But the rest of the Underground players, they are making their way up to the clock tower, and we see Pocket taking the center position between Bimasati Strip, clock tower, and factory, but he's getting shot, receiving shots from Frozen Moon, and we're seeing him Pocket spotted also. The Mokois and Pocket taken down courtesy of the ACAT, and Moon definitely connects that final shot on him, and they are farming the Underground Esports. It's a bit of back foot for the Underground Esports, but we are going to see them come back. We have seen them in multiple situations, also previously known as Amigos Esports. They know how to recover, and they are doing it right. Only 2 players left on the side of Underground Esports, and now they're going for the divide and conquer strategy. Mitsuke is making his way to Anger, whereas we don't see Neutral on screen, and the Frozen Esports players might be missing.
And the Frozen Esports players are actually turning into the Predators, the greatest nightmare for the Underground Esports team right now. You could see the sniper in the Frozen ESP grabbing 2 eliminations for the Frozen Empire right now. They might just be able to create their own empire. They might just be able to own the Bermuda map right now, because the way they are going, they might just be the snowball of the game right now. They are going right now. They have that chemistry. You could see all of them staying at the one position. The sniper also taking his position. The V-ENT eSports team still with 4 eliminations, still looking forward. The COSA NOSTRA are not backing down either with 3 eliminations on board. They might just have a way. They might just look for a way to measure up to the V-ENT eSports team at this point, and we might just be getting that potential fight against another team soon. The Restart Esports team right now still at the Cape Town. They might just want to be the South Africans right now. The Underground Esports team still using the I think the Underground team are actually back. Such good game from Neutral right now. Slifer, boy from COSA NOSTRA also leading his team. I think he might just lead them to victory right now. They are the men of the game. The SpaceX eSports team is still back in the lobby. They've not actually done anything in the first game. It might actually be a bad start for the SpaceX eSports, but you know the way they are. I think they are trying to head on. And this AWTJ, the captain for the Alpha Wolves right now, going against the V-ENT eSports team. They might just be the end for the V-ENT eSports team, setting the launcher to the shop. I think he's trying to end that Hydra from getting that revive on Timmy. Hydra is here. Timmy is here. And now he might be going against Hydra, shooting that Woodpecker right now. Hydra is down. Hydra is down for the Alpha Wolves eSports.
That's one more elimination for the Alpha Wolves team. And we saw a bit of miss from TJ 327 there, but It was done by his teammate 97. That was quite nice of him though. But V-ENT Esports lose one player after bringing back Hydra. Abib was a trade for it. And V-ENT Esports head into Clock Tower. And the Alpha Wolves players, they know that. Also, we're seeing off screen, the Gen players are bringing 2 players back. That was Smith and the brother were Aurora. I don't know who they were going up against. And on the ground, esports players again, they are losing up their fight. And currently, this time it's against the Madagascar team. Oh my word! Pokes Zin, he definitely poked through his skull there, but by he's taking him down courtesy of the Mark 7. Supreme brings back Hydra off screen, and crazy work from the Xrootz eSport there. My word! What a shot from Pokis, but it's not enough since his players were not there to support him. And Marine also taking down Slifer again. And the underground team, they are on the back foot today. 2 eliminations, only 2 players alive. I'm seeing Timmy off screen taking out 1 player, but there's no confirmation there. And I think it should be the player from the Frozen Esports who was chasing them, or not the Frozen Esports. Underground Esports also bringing back Pokik and Slifer. And now we're seeing the V-ENT Esports up against the Alpha Wolves team. And the knockdown apparently was not confirmed. Now we're seeing Supreme, the electrotherapy is on him, and he's quite confident. He sees nice, but he doesn't go for him. And instead goes for TJ and a miscue in his Bison shots. No connection. Somebody's extremely low trying to take his walls down with the cord. But Supreme does take him down. Yes, it does. And Sombra taking down courtesy of Supreme. And we see TJ trying to make an exit from the southern part of Clock Tower. And 3 players left. Abib is a trade. But the vending machine is close to them. If they cannot bring Abib up, nice. Trying to make his way outside. And we see the chrono is already popped up. And they'll pick up on one of the players on the side of Alpha Wolves unit. But nice is the trade for it. 2 players left. TJ trying to make his way out. But will the vent player allow him is the question to ask. And RNH is taken down. TJ final player. And 1 more shot is enough to send the Alpha Wolves team back to the lobby, but they don't seem to spot him, and he's making his way straight up to Anger. I was seeing Roro is taking Pokik down already, and V-ENT Esports confirmation of M&RH and 7 eliminations already to the V-ENT Esports side, and Supreme 4 eliminations, Hydra 2, Abib 1, and Timmy is still yet to secure an eliminations. They are your Q leader, V-ENT Esports, and they are venting all their anger on this lobby here at the Bermuda map.
You could see the V-ENT Esports team with such beautiful gameplay right now. We could see off screen BERSERK Gen Roro dropping a player from I think the AW esports team right now. The SpaceX esports team still being the only team back in the lobby might actually be a very sad story for them. The Restart esports, they look like I think they are trying to play that conservative game right there. They don't want to be get up. They don't want to get caught up in the middle of nowhere, in the middle of 2 teams. They don't want to be getting in that fight. The FORSE esports team still going after they are going after the loot seal. BERSERK Generations made, and it might just be a battle between rivals between the V-ENT Esports team, the Xrootz Esports team, and the Underground Esports team. Alpha Wolves at the Renan Village right now. They might just be able to spot the Xrootz Esports team. ADN, he is waiting. It might be a battle between 3 teams, 4 teams. I mean, the BERSERK Generation and the Underground Esports team. You could see Slifer taking his position as the sniper. He might just be able to get the shot on AWTJ, the sniper of the Alpha Wolves right now. And the BERSERK Generation are ready here. Roro heading in. Oh, and Roro is back. Roro making a very, very good decision for his team right there. Frozen Esports team might just get signed with. And don't you forget, we still have some of the players at the back of the BERSERK Generation Esports team. They might actually make a bad decision. ADN, RS, Aka, dropping out juice from the off screen. The COSA NOSTRA Esports team actually be in trouble right now. Liam, the man, the potential man in the game. He has been showing a lot since the beginning of the Dynasty Cup, but he is still with Zero elimination. Is a part of his strategy? Is he all part of his plan right now? The Frozen Esports team still look for a way to gatekeep the BERSERK Generations right now. They have the zone advantage. They have the zone advantage. They are taking that into use. The Frozen Esports team and the V-ENT Esports team already coming. They know how to get their food. They are trying to add more intensity to this fight right now. And I think it might just be a fight between Underground Slifer is still inside the zone, and the zone might just take him back to the lobby. AWTJ being spotted by the BERSERK Generation Esports team. They are aided by the V-ENT Esports team and not going down either. Ladyboy from the COSA NOSTRA Esports team dropping all of the players in the FORSE Esports team right now. BERSERK Generation Smith, the Russia right now heading for ADN from XR. They might just be able to grab the 3 elimination from the different player at the Renan Village right now. The highest damage in the game so far has been VT Supreme. That is not so surprising, and it might just be the end for the Xrootz Esports team right now. AWTJ still trying to keep a low profile. profile. BERSERK Generation crack getting for ADN, but he is holding his own against the BERSERK Generation eSports team. Might go. I thought it was actually going to be a clutch right there, but no, it was the head for the Xrootz eSports being spotted right now. Slifer might just be in trouble. I think it's the last member in his team. TJ using that opportunity to look for a way to get into the zone. The zone is already at its best right now. The zone, you don't want to be getting knocked by the zone. That's such a disgraceful way to die. This is restart Hawk. He is the Hawk for his team. He is the Hawk. He might actually just be the Predator right now. UND eSports team still heading into the Mass Electric. And yes, Slifer is still here. He's being gatekept by the BERSERK Generation eSports team using the most skill. Such a great decision from UND Slifer right now. He's still with 2 eliminations. Still looking forward to the way he is going to get that fight against the BERSERK Generation eSports team. The V-ENT eSports team are not going down either. Abi might just get spotted by the BERSERK Generation eSports team. V-ENT eSports team still gatekeeping. It is a gatekeep for a gatekeep battle between the BERSERK Generation eSports team, the V-ENT eSports team, and the Underground eSports team. But the Underground eSports team still seems actually to be the one at a very, very bad disadvantage. Most revival in the game has been from the Underground eSports team, and Mitsuki has done it. Mitsuki has actually increased. He has increased the survivor mode of his teammates right now. Dropping the Boatmaker is a player from the Renan village. They might not just get that knock, but the V-ENT eSports team are going to head in nevertheless. I've been being a sniper with 3 elimination, heading with that sniper to support his team. Underground eSports team coming back. That's such a good game from you and the sniper. And yes, who do you think is actually going to win in this battle of the best? Between these 3 teams right now, the Underground eSports team, the BERSERK Generation eSports team, and the V-ENT eSports team, because it seems none of them are actually backing down. They're trying to rack up more elimination. Even if the rush point doesn't actually give an elimination point, the ego as a player in this game is not making any of them back down. What do you think is actually going to come out on top in that fight, baby?
And well, who was going to come out on top, we do not know. But we saw it was quite a spectacular Renan village, because we saw Alpha Wolf, the final player, Xrootz, the final player, and the ground is for 2 players left on the side at Renan village, and we had Gen gatekeeping. Alpha was of course punished, Xrootz also punished. I saw the V-ENT eSports coming in for the 3rd party at Rimland village, and the boatmaker on from Slifer punished the Bizarre Gen. They lost Roro Eye to the boatmaker, and the zone also did God's work on him, yeah, of course. But that was putting Gen on the back foot, and now they are being gatekept by the Frozen eSports. We saw Liam getting taken down, and there's no revival yet from the Gen eSports. Instead, they are left with only Smith and Crab. I was saying, yeah, again, the Underground eSports who have been on the back foot all day finally ranked up to 7 eliminations. They've been reviving over and over and over and over again. 8 eliminations at San, and Mitsuki taking out Flacy was them getting 8 eliminations. But V-ENT are still your kill leaders. 9 eliminations. The boatmaker spawned on them by Slifer. They made their way out of Rimnan village, and currently they're on the northern side of Rimnan village, and that is where they have been for quite a while. On the Underground eSports, they're now the leading scale, neutral extremely low, but topped up currency of the UPs too. But we're seeing now the COSA NOSTRA team are coming in to just put that final nail on the coffin. Neutral spotted, the cut bullets are being missed, and he is using the terrain to his advantage. Pokes in, and because he shot the treatment pistol, he has been spotted by the side of COSA NOSTRA eSports, who are not willing to overcommit into that zone, since the 4th shrink, of course, is not reasonable to get into that shrink. But we've seen Supreme taken out by Johan, no confirmation, and Smith finally taking down the final player on the side of FORSE eSports, and Timmy taking down Johan. Johan is confirmed already. Johan took down Timmy. He got back on his feet and takes Johan back down. That is crazy. And that was the 10th eliminations for the V-ENT eSports side. And the Frozen eSports takes down Hydra. Timmy takes down Nori, and Moon takes down Timmy. Juice takes down Pokin also. V-ENT eSports are out. My word, they were the kill leader, but now have been dethroned by the team that takes them out. And that is 11 eliminations to the Frozen Empire. My word, that was a play from them. Timmy, of course, did a lot for the V-ENT eSports side, but it was not just enough to seal the deal. Hydra going down, and I think they didn't have a beef in that fight. Now we're seeing the gatekeeping coming in from the Riders, or the Restart eSports, and Ryder taking great shots. MT7 taking great shots at the Frozen Empire, who did God's work on V-ENT eSports, but now they are the back with quality of the zone, and Chip only a little bit of HP left. MT7 takes him down, and Norzi, someone's the monster truck, but it might not be enough to take him out. They are planning to destroy the monster truck, as we can see, and it has been destroyed. Not looking good for Nori at all. And the Jet eSports, they made that revive. They have a full stack, but not enough loot to secure the win in this game. The COSA NOSTRA, on the other hand, have enough loot to see this game through. And we see the SD coming in from Boss eSports, and now they are pushing them. And now they went from the eastern side of Mass Electric, trying to get that flank is coming from Boss from the COSA NOSTRA side. But I think the IGL spotted that and telling him to go straight up. But the third party from Restart eSports. And Gen Esports off of a revive, and now they have to restart the whole process again. 2 players taken down, and the confirmation, only one more player left on the side of Gen Esports behind that truck, and that is cracked. About to get cracked open. Only a tiny of HP left, 24 HP left on him, and no one still puts that final elimination on the coffin. Wow, Boss does spot him? Not. He does spot him. SVD final tag, and that puts the final nail on the coffin. Gen East the lobby. The Q leader still Frozen Empire. The final player Nori finally made it to the circle. Restart Esports had their eyes on Gen Esports. They shot 3 players out, and CN. Whoa! This might be a risky launch pad coming from COSA NOSTRA. And they spot the Restart Esports players. COSA NOSTRA are just finding off free kills that if a double Skylar spawns in, that is quite the end for them. And Boss takes out Ryder. Nori takes out Aka, who could not make that final launch. And Restart Esports, they will be restarting in the next map. That was quite, I wouldn't say that's the smartest of launch from the Restart Esports side. And now only one more player left. Underground Esports player, they were on their back foot all through the Bermuda game, and still they made it to the top 2. Neutral final player, and Gun puts that final elimination in the bag for COSA NOSTRA, and it is a booyah for the COSA NOSTRA side.
You could see the trade between the teams, and V-ENT Esports team trading with the Frozen Empire. The Frozen Empire actually showing their marketing skills right there. But the V-ENT Esports, the V-ENT Esports team didn't go down without a fire. You could see them actually putting the Frozen Esports at a disadvantage. We had the Restart Esports sending them back to the lobby to restart their game right there. But yet, we still have the V-ENT Esports team actually entering the double digits right now. They didn't go down without a fight. The V-ENT Esports team going back to the lobby. We can see Liam, the man of the game, in the last few games of the Dynasty Cup, actually not doing very, very well. He was not doing very, very well. His game has been inept since the beginning of the game. But yeah, we're still looking forward to what the BERSERK generation has to offer to us. What a bad decision from the Restart Esports team. They had a bad decision in the last zone. It was a golden hour for them to show their real talent. I mean, it was a very, very, very good time to show us what they have to offer. The boss, COSA NOSTRA Esports team, sending the BERSERK generation Craig back to the lobby. And yes, it was a very, very good decision from Craig to go under the monster truck, but he could not defeat the inevitable. The inevitable that he was going to get sent back to the lobby by Boss from COSA NOSTRA Esports team. He could aid him with the F590, but he decided to get him eliminated with the SVD right there. The COSA NOSTRA Esports team also taking the advantage that the Restart Esports team launched to their advantage. Taking the lobby right there. The golden hour was golden indeed. And yes, right now, I think right now, you all might just be into this game. And yes, we are still going to feed you more of their entertainment. And before we go, if you're just joining the live, this is the African Free Fire community, the Dynasty Cup, and don't you forget, it's the $400 US right now we are talking about. It's the rush point coming in soon. You know, the Q point and not the Q point you are actually used to. 0.5 Q point every Q you have in the lobby. That's half point of what it usually is. But right now we still have the players still going in for their ego. You could have the V-ENT Esports team. The ego actually send the V-ENT Esports team back to the lobby, despite the rush point being stated that the elimination will actually not be the best in the game. You actually want to be entering the last one. You actually want to be the top in the table. But yeah, it's such a good game from the BERSERK generation team, the COSA NOSTRA Esports team, the V-ENT Esports team, the Frozen Empire in that last zone. Cracked actually looking for a way to get his team into the top 3, but he was unable to do that. But yes, still we have the top 3 players in the game, and yes, we are going to be heading into the commercial break right now. We will be back to feed you more of that. And don't you forget that yes, all the map was different story. The story we actually experienced in the first game was that the COSA NOSTRA Esports team were going to be the crown of the Bermuda map. Still looking forward to what the next map is going to hold for us. And right now we're heading to the commercial break. We'll be back. right now we're back. I'm actually speechless because that match was actually like it was crazy. You could see you experienced the same thing I did. So yes, this will be the second map. You actually know what the second map is. I don't actually have to tell you. But yes, such a good gameplay from all the teams in the lobby. We'll see the reigning of the boat maker in the last zone. What do I actually think of the V-ENT Sport team in the last game, baby? Because the way the V-ENT Sport team were moving, they were moving like predators. They were moving like they can't be stopped. But yes, definitely that was very ironic that they were sent back to the lobby by the Frozen Empire. So what do you think of the V-ENT Sport, and how do you think they are going to move in this game? Do you think they are going to go for the placement point, or do you still think their ego is going to make them go and they are going to actually go with that same fighting strategy? Because definitely the V-ENT Sport team are known to take third parties to rack up elimination, entering the double digits. What do you think of the V-ENT Sport team?
Well, the V-ENT Sport team, they are as usual, a very aggressive team. They know how to play for placements. They know how to play for Q points. They know how to do. They're basically a very complete Nigerian team and one of the best mechanically in the whole of SSE. But again, one of the teams I would actually like to commend is the Restart Esports. They had a very, very great start. They did so well. And then that launchpad, which I will call, I don't know, I'm not meant to be using one, but it was not the smartest of launchpad to go straight into the hands of COSA. I actually thought they were going to win the game. But now if you take a look at the leaderboard, the COSA, of course, they got the winner with 16 total Q points and their total of 28. Frozen Empire, 20 total points, 8 placement points, 12 Q points. Underground Esports, they struggled a lot, but still made it to the top 3 on the leaderboard with 17 points. V-ENT Esports said 10 KP and only just 5 placement points. And we're going to enter next era, and I really hope Restart Esports, of course, they're going to be restarting here next era. I don't know where they're going to land. I don't know which part of the map they're going to, or who they're going to drop here. But what they did in the previous game, I really hope they do not repeat the same mistake of launching straight into another team, into the clutches of your opponents. And of course, I'm going to just be looking at the Restart Esports only. I just want to know where they're going to land. And if you take a look at the Restart Esports, where are they? I don't seem to see them yet. Where's Restart Esports? Oh, they are going for the underground esports at Intellect Center. I don't know. I really want to see how this fight is going to play out. Is Restart Esports going to go on the back foot because they're my top team? Rocky is rocking the spec session or the lobby. I don't know, but he is taken out already by one player from the underground esports side, and now these guys, they might need to go underground to escape from the clutches of the underground esports. Pugsy knows where they are. Oh, Ryder. I don't know what he did, but Pugsy is on the back foot here now. Neutral spots the 2 in the building, but one player from the side of Restart Esports seems to have made his way out of here. Definitely underground movement from him, but Mitsuke seems to want to know where he is, and Hydra off screen. On the Xrootz Esports, 2 players down already, and then Hydra, I don't know how he took himself out to the Winchester, but I'm guessing it's a boat maker. But I don't know how he took himself out, but 2 kills already on Hydra's name, and the Restart Esports and the underground Esports, they are taking it quite slow. See the Akimbomo double vector coming from Aka, and still from range gets taken out, and the Valiant Dash coming from Pugsy. Ryder, if he can get the revive, it's going to be an even fight, but he uses the Valiant Dash preemptively. Aka taking out, Ryder taking down, cut of the extra from Slifer. And Restart Esports might be, are they out now? MT7 makes his way out, brings back Rocky, and the full revive might actually be complete on the Restart Esports. But this time, the Xrootz Esports, crossing of the V-ENT Esports and the SpaceX Esports, sharing the spoils equally, 2 eliminations each, and they send the Xrootz Esports back to the lobby.
The Xrootz Esports team actually did well in the group stages. I don't know how the V-ENT Esports team are doing this. I don't know how the V-ENT Esports team are doing them already to eliminations in the early stages of the fight. The Xrootz Esports doing well in the group stages, going against the underground Esports team, not being able to give that chance for the underground Esports team. And right now, I think they just want to be the trader they are. And you could see the fight between the underground Esports team and the Restart Esports. I think there was actually going to be a trade between the Restart Esports team and the underground Esports team, because the underground Esports team actually has the lower advantage. They don't actually have advantage despite having the number advantage. The Restart Esports looked for a way. They saw a way to get that knock. They saw a way to get that knock, and V-ENT Supreme might actually be going for Envy, the man of the SpaceX Esports team right now. He might just be in for the V-ENT Esports team, but you know, Abib always delivers for the V-ENT Esports team. Might just be able to bring back the V-ENT Esports team right now. The COSA NOSTRA team at the grab, like they're trying to be the man with the without the gravity right now. Frozen Esports team right now, one of the great kings, the uncrowned kings right now, the underground esports team tries to look for a way to get the revive right now. Oh yeah, definitely, they got the revive, and Habib is now here with who he is. He is back in the lobby with who he is, bringing back one of the players in the V-ENT esports team. Now, it is a potential fight coming into pass for the underground esports team. The underground esports is a knock for Portuguese. Such a trade between the underground esports team right now. Such a trade between the Frozen Empire and the underground esports. You could have two kingdoms actually going against each other. Neutral grabbing that revenge for the underground esports team right now. You're on at the back, and yes, they are dropping the dragon fish, trying to hope it cuts against Johan right now. But Johan is the smart player that he is, dropping the glow meter after glow meter. They might just be heading for the attack with a glow right now. And yes, right now the Frozen Empire are down, and the underground esports taking advantage of that fight. And yes, we will be having the underground esports team and the Frozen esports team still going at it. What do you think the Frozen esports team players are going to, how do you think they are going to respond to this, baby? Because the underground are not giving them any chance right now to get the revive, but one of them are back. Still hoping to what the Frozen esports team are going to do.
You know what I don't really get is how the Frozen Empire took this fight. They had Slifer and Mitsuke on the leaderboard, right on top of the Arsenal. They had no view on them if they actually fought the two players who was on the lower side of the map. And instead of taking the fight at that position, they decided to go far away from the fight and then to the range of Slifer and Mitsuke. So I don't really understand the plan coming in from the Frozen Empire, but they've gotten the full revive. They were not punished for it, sadly, and I wish they were punished for it though. And Neutral spots Moon, and Moon also spots Neutral, tags him up. The Moko shows his exact location, but there's no push from the Frozen Esports. But since some of the players on Frozen Esports are making their way straight back into this fight, and it might be round 2 between the underground esports and the Frozen Empire. I don't know how he's missing the shots up against Neutral. Moon, no elimination on the side of Frozen Esports and 7 eliminations on the side of underground esports. And we saw how they made quick work of the restart esports, and they had to go restart again at Twin Bridge. But you see, I don't know how is Moon missing. What are you, bro? What is Moon doing? I see Boss off screen taking one player down from the Alpha Wolves esports, and Mitsuke is closing in on the Famtopia map, and we're seeing the very wide spread just to box up the opponents coming from the underground esports. It's a 1-2-1 split from them. Mitsuke on his own, Neutral on his own, but Slifer and the main rusher, I think that should be Serif. They are coming in on the flank, and now they have successfully boxed up the Frozen Empire esports players. But yeah, let's see how the game is going to go. And there's no shotgun on the side of Moon coming in from the Frozen Empire. But we're seeing off screen again, Abdi taking down a player from the SpaceX side, and Jen putting up an Italy's up against the underground esports. We might actually put them under a bit of pressure. But the Frozen esports, they are going up against the underground esports. 2 players got up from the underground esports players, and 2 is also the trade from the Frozen esports players. And there is a pickup coming in from Frozen esports players, and the bounty again is on the underground esports players coming in from the Gen esports. That means the Gen esports should be closing in here, but there's a full recovery coming in from Slifer. He has to make his way out of Famtopia, but the Italy is on him. That means wherever he runs, he's still going to meet his end, because the Gen esports are going to come for him. Definitely going to come for him. And we're seeing the northern side of Famtopia is running straight into the players on the Alpha Wolves team. What's your say on this, Riley?
It's such a good way to actually use the most skill coming from Slifer, bringing by his teammates right now. The underground kings already leading the leaderboard right now. We could see the SpaceX esports team coming back. The V-ENT esports team are still here grabbing more elimination. They are being outmatched by the underground esports team and the SpaceX esports team. Now Supreme heading for another fight now. This is Habib, and yes, we definitely will see all getting down. He would get knocked. This is a fight between a man and 2 players. This is 2 men versus a player. The Restart esports team might actually send the V-ENT esports team back to the lobby, and the Restart esports team are still here. They are still here trying to use the SpaceX esports team and the V-ENT esports team as a point to get the kills, to lead the leaderboard more, to lead the eliminations board more. And he might just be going against the V-ENT esports Habib right now. It might be a sniper versus sniper to XP. Looking out for his location or his team right now. Rocky also with the double sniper. It is 4 double sniper at 1 location. You would definitely not expect this from the sniper. Now looking out, it was actually a knock from one of the players, the snipers I could say, but the Rocky from the Restart esports was trying to steal that elimination, but was unsuccessful with that. 2 XPS looking out for what Rocky is actually going to. It's actually funny that Rocky is his name, and he's actually using the the Rock as a guide. This is Rocky right now. He is using the more skills to closing against 2 SPS right now. He might just be going against JB3 from the SPX Sport. He might be there for the restart Sport team. 2 down. They might just be closing other players right now from the restart esports. The restart esports might not just be having a great decision from Rocky right now, bringing out these players, bringing back his players. The restart esports team are still here. They don't want to get sent back to the lobby, but the Xrootz esports team, we expected them to plan a comeback in this game. Underground esports team still topping their elimination. You could see off screen that people already bringing back Supreme, and Rocky might just get down. He might just be knocked. EA4N VX7, you could see he was the man of the game in the semi-finals. He was the man, and he's actually living up to that name once again. For V-ENT might just be able to look for a way to bring his team into victory. It is a battle between 3 teams, and yet it is now down to 2 teams, the restart esports team and the SpaceX esports team. Dropping the minute to rest might actually put him at a great advantage against another team right now. Restart Aka going against the SpaceX esports too. This is Rocky from the restart esports team. I just go for the shop to get that revive, but yes, it is definitely looking for what we are still looking for the fate between the JB3 from the XPS esports team and the MT7, a battle between snipers. What do you think is actually the better sniper? What do you think actually has more aim between MT7 and the sniper from the SpaceX esports team right now?
I'll say Zaza is the better sniper. I'm not going to come out here. Even if he's not here, he's the better sniper to me. But I think there was something you said that I actually liked. You were saying Rocky, he has the Rock to guide him. That was a very nice one. That was a very nice one. I would like to. Well, coming back to the fight here at Mod side, 7 eliminations on Restart Esports. They didn't have quite a good start. They restarted short. After the underground Esports mowed them down, and it is quite the start they have here now. They are already at the advantage, but the team they chopped down have 16. They have 16 eliminations already, surpassing the underground Esports, who had 7 already at the quarter of the time in next era here, and now they only have racked up 4 eliminations, which is now down to 11. SpaceX side, they have to bring back 2 of their players to get on the front foot, but now I've seen underground players going up against the Frozen Empire, and got nades from him. Connect 0. Where is he throwing those nades? But Pugs in is down. Nori is also low on HP, and Neutral tries to take him down. The M79, Johan goes down. Nori go down, and Slifer takes down Moon. Only 1 player left on the side of Frozen Empire, and the Empire doesn't stand up against the Underground Kings. My word! Against an Underground King, their own Empire was undermined, courtesy of Neutral. Neutralizes them 1 player after the other, and 9 eliminations is his count. 15 and only 1 away from the SpaceX players. My word, great game from the Underground Kings, and of course, like I said, win all and up against new challengers. If they shoot, it might be the end for them, because they are going up against the Berserk generation. And of course, as their name implies, Berserk generation. They are going to do God's work on them. But was it Smith taking down a player from SpaceX, and I guess he's just landing, and Neutral fell to death, and that might also be courtesy of the zone damage. But was it now Ryder and Restart Esports going up against the SpaceX? Do they have a beef against these guys? Why are they going up against them? I see the Riptide Rhythm coming up again from the COSA NOSTRA. Oh my god. SpaceX, I'm sorry, but it might just be the end. It's V-ENT Esports, COSA NOSTRA, Restart Esports, and SpaceX all in one space. And Juice, quite stupid jump pad coming from him. I don't know what his plan was there, but to jump in the middle of the open, but he aimed. The Bison clutch! V4! It's a battle between men. You could see 4v and X7. I did say it before. He is the man of the game since the semi-final. 4v and X7 dropping to the 2 players from the restarted sports team. They just lived up to their name. You could see the eliminations after eliminations after eliminations, taking the zone to his advantage. You have balls from the COSA NOSTRA, and this might just be it for EA. 4v7 from the SpaceX sports team. They already with 18 elimination going in for that revive. And yes, they are in the Grow might actually be the best decision he could have made so far, and he might just be going against Aka right now with the M590, and now he is down. He is down. The man is down. He might just get sent back. These 2 SPS right now bringing back EA4N VX7. He was actually the man who led their team to this point in the game, and right now he's just down to 1 player, and he is isolated. He might just look for a way to create an angle to get more eliminations on his team, because I know all the teams in the lobby right now are trying to look for a way to
to gatekeep the shop. You don't want any team to be getting revived by this time in the game. Smith already coming back. Smith coming back into the zone. Smith already heading in. That might just be a fight between our soul player and the sniper player right now. MT7 spotting Smith early. Smith with the war eliminations on battle, 1,900 coins right now. Trying to look for a way to get the revives on the two players right now, just who are in the restart esports team, because right now you could see the restart esports team coming back. You could have the restart esports team going against the SpaceX esports team, and actually the SpaceX esports team lived up to the name for the restart esports team right now. Rocky is still here. We have many rocks in this game actually, because I don't know what is wrong with this game. The V-ENT esports team right now supporting each other actually. It's such a good chemistry. You could see the you could see the electricity between the players in the V-ENT esports team. You could see they connect, like the voltage is just high between the two players. I mean the two players, the support and the rusher in the V-ENT esports team. The V-ENT esports team still with 11 elimination in the last zone, and right now we will be looking forward to what Baby is going to tell us about the BERSERK generation esports team, because Smith right now has actually gone BERSERK, bringing back all his players right now. Will they survive? Will they be able to get that land? And right now this BERSERK generation esports team already getting one knock before they are right here back in the game to restart their fight. And right now we are still going to look forward to what Baby is going to tell us about BERSERK generation esports team, because the team actually leading in the table is they're actually the one at the disadvantage right now, because he is isolated to the players in the game. So what do you think of the BERSERK generation and the V-ENT esports team right now, because it might just be the fight for the top 3 games right now?
It's going to be a Nigerian final zone or a final fight. But we're seeing the underground esports getting taken down. 18 eliminations already to their name, but sadly for them, they go out 3rd place. Neutral was their final player on. Oh, that was COSA going out my back. But now it's a 4v4 between the V-ENT esports against the Gen esports. This is going to be a contest to watch. This is going to be a fight. The people they have the most titles as a Nigerian team, and they are going up against each other now. And Hydra going for that push. He's a nader, but he's going in for that front line battle. You see grenades coming in from Abib. Does it have cracked up? No. But I don't know what team dropped that bolt maker, but it might do God's work for their side. And Smith going in stupidly up against Hydra. He takes Hydra down. And there is no trade already. And you see the grenade coming in from Crack. And the grenade doesn't penetrate through the wall, but the riptide with him hits the wrong wall. Roro takes down Hydra again. And Abib is also at the back foot courage of the zone. It is doing God's work on him. Roro going up against Supreme and Timmy. Liam going back. And Crack going back for the revive on Smith. They might not know about that. V-ENT esports players, they lose one. But the Gen esports players, they bring their players back. But Roro is a trade. Roro gets taken down, courtesy of the headshot coming in from Abib, and they don't still spot Smith that is landing in the air, and I think Abib does spot him. Crack brings back Roro, and they keep reviving, revive after revive after revive after revive, and it's still a 4v3 between the... Don't the V-ENT esports players check here? Oh my word, they allow them to land, and Smith gets back on his feet, and we're seeing, I don't know, they don't see spot Roro in the sky, and they don't see spot Roro in the sky. It's now back to a 4v3. The V-ENT esports players, they don't look up, of course. I don't know if you're not seeing the tally on the map, that they see that the players' number is increasing. Roro also successfully lands back. It is a 4v3, and there was quite a lot of fight and mod side, so it might be easy for the Gen esports players to get that weaponry to go up against the V-ENT esports. I think the V-ENT esports, I don't know if it's their ego, they might just want more eliminations. I do not know about that. But let's see how the rest of the fight is going to play out, and Smith is tanking a lot of zone damage just to get that weaponry on him to go up against the V-ENT esports side, and he successfully does, and I think he's currently with the meta shotgun, the M590, and the Winchester. I would say Supreme wait for the bot work. The electrotherapy between him and Timmy is stretching thin, and the position between them is already known to the Gen esports players. I'm seeing Roro coming in with a deep flank on the left hand side of Mudsight. If you look at our screen, Crack is also following him, Liam is also following him, and it's a 3-1 split now between the Gen esports players and the V-ENT esports players. The 2-1 splits coming in from the V-ENT esports players. The electrotherapy exposing a lot of where Timmy is. Supreme is trying to get that final shot on Smith. Smith's extremely low. The riptide rhythm coming in from Abib. No tag up, and yes, Supreme does get that sniper shot. Takes him out, and it's a back to a 3v3. If the V-ENT esports do this, and that is crazy ego. Letting them land so they can get more eliminations is going to be God's work for them. And we see Abib with the monster truck taking that flank on them. Crack loses a lot of entry. The grenade! He tags Supreme up, and Abib takes down Liam. Riptide rhythm coming in from Roro on Abib. Abib confirms Liam. The grenade coming in, Valiant dash coming in from Supreme. Timmy takes down Crack, and Roro find a player. They allow them come back, but Roro can he take one player down. But Timmy, no! He takes him down. It's a threat. The V-ENT esports esports players. Booyah for them, and GG's V-ENT esports.
Angle creation from Habib right there, using monster truck to create that angle, trying to put his team at advantage right now. And yes, Habib successfully does that with the AWM and the MA2B, I think, creating a very, very good angle for his team. And yes, with the ego for Supreme and the remaining player, the Supreme and Timmy already heading in as the rusher, they took Smith down. The threat of the BERSERK generation, actually, because the player, the rusher, the second generation Smith was actually able to drop Supreme, almost sending them back to the lobby, almost sending a Vectin sport back to the lobby, but they had to take down that train. They had to take down Timmy before they were able to push, because Timmy is that young talent you definitely want to be seeing in your team. You definitely want to be seeing with that screen time. And now the V-ENT esports team already taking the second map of the game. The V-ENT esports team actually showing us a lot that yes, the ego is actually the way in the game. And right now we could see the V-ENT esports team from the fifth position right now on the table. They are the first on the table. The underground kings coming up as the second. They might just be the queen for the V-ENT esports team in this game. The underground kings trying to be the best they could. BERSERK generation also coming up. They have 0 booyah so far, 15 points. They have placement point 15. Their total kills 18. The total points right now 33. The V-ENT esports team 46 total points. Come on, 29 points. Which actually surpassed the SpaceX esports team right there. FORSE esports team still looking forward to what they're going to do in the next game. The Alpha Wolves esports team, the Xrootz esports team showing nothing so far. They did well. I did say it. They did well in the group stages against the underground esports team. They did well in the Bermuda map. They almost took the Purgatory map. They went against the X esports team and they were not able to actually get that elimination. They were able to get that elimination, but they were not able to get that booyah. But it didn't actually affect them because the Xrootz esports team actually had a very, very great chemistry. But I don't know actually what is actually going on in the Xrootz esports team's head. But they might actually be looking for what to cook a way out for them. But yeah, definitely still looking forward to what the teams are going to cook for. And yeah, we did tell you that every map holds a story. This story was between two strong Nigerian teams right now. Two strong Nigerian teams going up against each other. One is the ego, and yes, the other is definitely the discipline. The BERSERK generation esports team having the discipline as players right now, but the V-ENT esports team, I think the ego actually overcame the discipline right there. But definitely it might actually be a different story for the Purgatory map. And yes, we still look forward to what the Purgatory map has in store for, because it is the biggest map. We don't want to be getting caught up in a middle of nowhere. It's like the mother of the Bermuda map, the map known to us all. This is a copy of Factory. You could see the copy of Factory, the copy of Clock Tower, the Steel Lodge. Come on, you see different places where actually look like the Bermuda map. But yeah, we're still looking forward to the team, because the V-ENT esports team actually deserve at a particular place to actually, and yeah, definitely they might just do that so many drops to grab your eliminations more and more. And yes, over to you baby spams, because yes, I don't actually think there are anything that are going to give themselves the hot drops in this game. The SpaceX esports team, we actually try to be very, 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 very careful. They would not want to get in that early fight because they are not in the top 3 currently. They definitely want to go back for their point. Baby spam, what do you think of the SpaceX esports in this game? How do you think they are going to go about in their game? And do you think the V-ENT esports are still going to head in for that elimination despite having the top eliminations on the board? Or yeah, do you think they are going to go for that conservative gameplay right there? Because yeah, they do have enough eliminations on their board. They can't be able to sustain themselves till the next game.
Speaking on the SpaceX esports team, I do not know. They had quite the start in the previous one at 18 eliminations and they went out on 5th place. I don't know what position they are on the leaderboard currently. I only remember the top 3, and that is a lot. That's, like I said, it's crazy ego coming in from the V-ENT esports side, because they allowed the Gen esports players revive, and then they came back down and they still chowed the 4 of them and gaining 2 extra eliminations. But again, my favorite team, again, I'll say it is still Restart Esports. They had quite the start in the last one. The back foot, of course. But when I was seeing the Xrootz Esports are chowing down the V-ENT esports players. It's only 3 left. And of course, courtesy of the auto revive. Abib, wow, almost gets chopped down courtesy of Big Pie. I guess that's his name, bro. And we see Supreme also loses a tab of HP. The Moko spots his position. ASAP takes him down ASAP. And Supreme, sadly for him, could not show lots of supremacy there. I was saying Abib is making his way out already from Lumbami. But the final play on the side of Vents is still yet to be shown on the map. I guess he didn't land with them at Lumbami, probably taking Fire Brigade. But the Vents spot lose out on the odd drop. And we're seeing the players from Underground Esports player. There are only 3 left, and the Gen Esports players they already have 1 elimination to the name. FORSE Esports or Frozen Empire, they have 3. Oh, that's FORSE Esports, right? Yeah, FORSE Esports have 3 eliminations to the name already. COSA NOSTRA 1, Restart Esports not yet on the front foot. Frozen Empire same, and Vents are definitely on the back foot with only 2 players left. And Underground Esports also not securing a single elimination. And what is this driving? Come on, reply, bro. Two vehicles in the water is just crazy. What is it doing?
I think it might actually be a new strategy for the Xrootz esports team. You could see the team, the slaves in the game actually trying to wipe the kings on top of the table back to the lobby. And yeah, it is a potential fight between the Frozen Empire and the COSA NOSTRA esports team. The COSA NOSTRA might just be heading in right now. This is Boss Ladyboy from the COSA NOSTRA esports team going one-on-one with Arumu right now. Arumu with a max 7. Ladyboy might just use that monster truck to his advantage, driving the monster truck toward Arumu right now. The Alpha Wolves esports team, so it's real elimination so far, might just come back. They might just come back. They might just come back once again. The Alpha Wolves are known to be the wolves. They are known to be the predators. SpaceX esports team getting sent back to the lobby is a very sad story. A very tragic story for the SpaceX esports actually. Now this Alpha Wolves esports team. Alpha Wolves esports team getting revives on their captain right now. 0 elimination still on the Alpha Wolves esports team. But yeah, the Underground esports team are still trying to show that yes, they are the top dogs. They are not the underdogs right here. Mitsuki heading in. They are definitely trying to use that glow wall to grab your advantage in the game. AWTJ777 right now still using the medkit. The Alpha Wolves might just be in trouble. You can see you had the Mitsuki dropping the MRN from the Alpha Wolves right now. Virus is also doing his best as a sniper using the AC-80. You had the sniper with a mini against Sombra right now, and the Alpha Wolves might just get sent back to the lobby. Alpha Wolves are still in the fight despite being and this is the end story for the Alpha Wolves esports team right now. The FORSE esports team with 7 elimination might just be the first team to grab that 2-digit elimination right now. You know the V-ENT esports team as the team that grabs the double-digit elimination. This is the Xrootz esports team. Xrootz esports team right now. The Xrootz esports team are grabbing that knock after knock, going against the V-ENT esports team right now. I think they've actually studied their locations. But yes, on to you, baby.
And we saw a Cavadian battle between Underground Esports and the Alpha Wolves team, and they took out their brothers without suffering any casualty and even giving them a single elimination. But now we're seeing the southern part of Purgatory, our Purgatory. We see Restart Esports, we see Xrootz Esports, we see V-ENT Esports also close quarters at Fire Brigade. And I'll see the ball maker coming in from the Restart Esports side. No one taking down. And Bipai secures that position behind the tree. And Ryder definitely doesn't know about his presence there. The ball maker taking down ADM. Bipai doesn't take any shot against Ryder. Instead, he lets it go. I think he wants to make his way out of it. It might be the final player left on the side of Xrootz Esports. And Bipai spotted. And Chiefin is coming back for the support. Wow! With the double revolver, Bipai takes down Ryder. MT7 also extremely low. He takes MT7 down. Aka, one more player left. And the RG launcher comes in. Bipai finally taking the control of Rocky. And Chiefin cannot just get that support on him. V-ENT Esports definitely spotted the boat maker. And are closing in on the Xrootz Esports. Coming in from Fire Brigade. But what is going to happen is a 3-way fight. And Chiefin is the final player left on the side of Xrootz Esports, and we see the flank coming in from Abib, and we see the revive coming in on Ryder. Sadly, Bipai, very goated player. I wouldn't like that was. I don't know where this team came from. I'll say it again. This is my first time seeing them, but they are doing God's work. Yeah, our Dynasty Cup. And we see Aka, the flank coming in from Abib. Instead, he was punished. Aka takes him down because of the woodpecker taps. He spots Virox. That is MT7. Oh, he doesn't spot Virox. And MT7 doesn't spot Virox, but Virox behind the rock, he spots him. And yes, of course, he got punished with the headshot. Virox takes MT7 down, and he pre-scopes Ryder, but couldn't get that connection on him. And Vents Abib is already brought back, and they are closing in on the players from the side of Restart Esports, and Abyss. Oh, that was not a correct M7 coming in from Supreme there. Timmy goes down. 2 players left on the side of Vance Esports. Valiant Dash comes in. Supreme on Rider takes him down. Confirmation on Rider already, but there's support coming in from the Restart Esports team. They don't want to let this fight go easily. It's a 3v1, and Supreme, no confirmation on Rider, and now he's going up against Asalusa. Time of every Supreme! My! That was great work coming from Supreme with the M590, and Rocky is coming in with the support. He thinks Supreme is going for the right. He blocks the entrance coming in for the revive, and Supreme is at the back foot, and he has to take an all-round turn to just bring his players back instead of actually going for that revive. He is going back towards the side of golf course, and also Restart Esports are on the back foot, and Rocky needs to go back to get a revive. I was seen off screen on the ground Esports going up against the Frozen Empire, and Neutral takes down one player. Nori is brought back instantaneously, but the push coming in from the underground Esports is not to be taken lightly. Slifer spotted on the rock, and Generation are close quarters to them. Might this be a game? This is a fight to watch. A 3-way fight between Frozen Empire, the Bizarre Gen Esports, and the underground Esports. Slifer knows on the side party is making his way back to the players of the underground esports side, and there is a push coming from Gen Esports side, and there's a reclusive gameplay coming from the Frozen Empire. On the underground esports players, they also retreat to take a breather. How is this fight going to go, Riley?
Definitely, yeah. You could see the fight between the Frozen Esports team, your underground esports team. The Frozen Esports team actually sporting the underground esports team. But yeah, the BERSERK generation smelled blood and went for it. They might just be the one to clear up the fight. They might just be the one to end the dispute between the underground esports team and the Frozen Esports team. Frozen Esports team actually looking for a way to get the reposition. Roro already being the man, already living up to the name right now. Is you end this life or down with just for elimination, and Mitsuke might just be down. Yes, Mitsuke is down. 3 eliminations to your ND Esports. 4 eliminations in total right now. They might just look for a way to get the revive the V-ENT Esports team. I mean the V-ENT Esports team again might just come. They might just come because the V-ENT Esports team are the vampires of their world. They definitely want to be coming in, and the boast maker already coming in from the underground esports team. Roro still from a distance trying to get that knock on the underground esports team. They might just want to head in for that support right there. And the Frozen Esports team might just have it. Oh, they might just have him at the corner of the game. They might just want him at the particular place he was. He might just be able to use that zipline right now. The BERSERK generation is putting him back to the lobby. You could see the trade. You could see the trade between the BERSERK generation is putting him at the underground. It's putting the Frozen esports team rotating. They took that roundabout rotation for the underground esports team, and the Frozen esports team tries to grab 2 eliminations to their name, using the Roro as their scapegoat right now. Nori E with 1 elimination. The Russia for the Frozen Empire right now. It might just be the king in the empire. He might just head in against the underground esports team, but the underground esports team are also ready for what the Frozen esports team has in store for them. You could see the sniper poking in right now. I mean, you could see one of the Russians in the underground esports team. He is isolated. He is trying to find the perfect angle for the the Frozen esports team. He's trying to find the perfect angle to send them back to the lobby. Achieve AM from the Xrootz esports team already grabbing under elimination. It is a trade. You could see the trade between the Xrootz esports team and the Restart esports team. The Restart esports team are not trying to restart this game so far, and right now it's bringing back Rocky, the Rocky man, the man of the game, the sniper of the game for the Restart esports team. That's why being sent back to the lobby by the man SpaceX esports team. But yeah, the SpaceX esports team were sent back to the lobby in the early stages of the fight. But yeah, we still look forward to what the SpaceX esports team has in store for us in the next game. And yes, the underground esports team are still here trying to rotate their way for the FORSE esports team and the COSA esports team. They might just get a potential fight right now, and the fight is on. The fight is on. K98 and the VS from Juice from the COSA right now. 0 elimination so far. But yeah, he might just be able to go for something, and yes, Juice is down. Juice is down. COSA esports team with 1 elimination. Don't want to be getting sent back to the lobby so soon. And yes, definitely FORSE esports off, dropping Juice and confirming the elimination. What do you think is going to come out on top, baby, in this battle between the COSA esports team and the FORSE esports team right now?
We didn't even need to ask that question. COSA was never going to come out on top because they didn't even have the high ground. They were not on top, both in position and in gunfight there. And you see Orc, the eye of an Orc, obviously 7 eliminations to his name, leaving out his name. And FORSE esports team racked 16 eliminations already, and they are your kill leaders. And we see how many teams have been taken back to the lobby already. Though they have a full stack lobby, 4 teams have already hit the lobby. And the most surprising one was the Generation esports. Cause you knew you were going in for a third party. You knew the two teams were fighting each other, but then you could not confirm the positions. Instead, just rashly took the fight. I'm not one to talk, sure, because if we're talking about being rational here, that is what you're meant to do. Confirm the positions in which they were both shooting at. You didn't see any loot box, you didn't see any confirmations. You were close quarters to see what was going on there at Fuse. Yet they still went into the fight, took that fight rashly, and of course they got brushed over by the underground esports side. And FORSE Esports claims the spoil. That was courtesy of Roro as you failed to make his way out of Fuse. And now I see the FORSE Esports 16 eliminations already. They got only one from Roro, and now they are up to 16. That is a lot of improvement in just this map of purgatory from them. I see Xrootz Esports, FORSE Esports, they are in same close quarters at Fuse. But this is the center part of Fuse, not the outskirts in which the vents underground, in which the Gen Esports, the underground players fought there. I'm seeing off-screen Frozen Empire. Wow! Making light work of underground esports players, and they have taken them out of the map. ASAP losing type of HP. The FORSE Esports know that they are pushing AD and XR extremely low. Also, ASAP doesn't top his HP up. He makes his way out of there, takes one player down from the FORSE Esports players, but gets punished. 2 players down from the Xrootz Esports and V-ENT Esports, the third party kings. They do God's work there, but they don't steal any of the eliminations from FORSE Esports.
And the V-ENT Esports team, I think they are now down to 2 players. Yes, they are down to 4. Oh, and the V-ENT Esports team are back. I think they might just be able to keep that shot right now. And the Xrootz Esports team are just down to 2 players. The underground esports team being punished by the Frozen Esports team. You could see the trade between the players right now. The Frozen Empire sending the Frozen Empire sending the team back to the lobby have now been punished, getting sent back to the lobby. Also, the underground esports team might just be the scapegoats in this game. The V-ENT Esports team, V-ENT Supreme, V-ENT Esports team, 6 eliminations. That's actually a big surprise for the V-ENT Esports team, despite the fact that the V-ENT Esports team actually focus more on kills. I think right now they're trying to play the conservative game right now, because yes, they are actually master the elements of the rush point in the game. Right now you can see the V-ENT Esports taking a position in the building, restart Esports, being at the back of the rock. Rocky likes his rock so much. He likes his rock so much. I definitely know it is the idea of Rocky to stay at the back of that rock, but not a bad idea actually. It is not a glow, it is a permanent cover for the restart Esports team. But hoping that they don't get third party, they don't get launched on. The restart Esports team are still in this game. The restart Esports team still in this game. Full team. The V-ENT Esports team now going against the FORSE Esports team. I think the FORSE Esports team are going for the revive, but the V-ENT Esports is not going to give a space for that. The Xrootz Esports team, B-Pie, also coming in as a sniper. V-ENT team might just be able to grab that elimination for their team. And right now, FORSE Flashy dropping XR Esports right now. It is just a third party. It might just be a third party. First player looking for a way to create an angle to be able to set the FORSE Esports Flashy coming on for that elimination. The FORSE Esports team trying to look for a way to pressure the V-ENT Esports team, but you could not forget the V-ENT Esports team are not a team to pressure so easily. I am very, very sure that Habib will look for a way to place. Habib is not in the game, I think, and it is a trade. The V-ENT Esports team getting sent back to the lobby. FORSE Esports team were able to turn around that fight, and yes, RS Aka is now here, and yes, they are placing the launch by match. Actually be a very, very bad decision for the restart Esports team. They did that in the first game, and they might just make the same mistake again at Purgatory. You definitely don't want to be getting launched at a middle of nowhere. What do you think of the restart Esports team? Because you know the restart Esports team are actually the enemies of the launchpad. The launchpad is the restart Esports team. You could see it from the first game, but yet the restart Esports team are actually looking for a way to become friendly with the launchpad. But don't you think they're actually being very persistent? Because the V-ENT Esports team were sent back to the lobby. The V-ENT Esports team being sent back to the lobby actually created an angle for the restart Esports to be able to throw. They were able to throw that launchpad, and now it's a fight. Ryder already going in with that trader. He was the trader. Restart Esports team are still in this game. FORSE Esports team, 2 players. Xrootz Esports team, 1 player. NT7 heading in. NT7 heading in.
That was crazy work from the restart Esports. That was divide and conquer at its peak. The NT7 flank position was just phenomenal. I don't know how, but they chopped down the FORSE Esports players one after the other, and we saw, wow, that was brilliant play coming from the Restart Esports side. And of course, they didn't start the game in NOSTRA well. They started this one on the back foot, but we saw how they ended it. They kept on restarting over and over again, but they still found their way to the top. And MT7 there did God's work for them, I won't lie to you. And Restart Esports, of course, they get that booyah in the third map of the day at Purgatory, the no man's land.
Living up to their logo right now, they wear the Dragon Warrior right there, the Chinese people, the players right now restarting their ego once again. They were able to take advantage of the fight that the FORSE Sports team launched against the V-ENT Sports team. Clearly the V-ENT Sports team is the FORSE Sports team turning that fight around, because the V-ENT Sports team actually had a great advantage at that fight. The FORSE Sports team getting set back to the lobby. You could see the trade between teams. The golden hour was golden indeed. The Restart Esports team right now grabbing the Purgatory map. You could see they took the Purgatory map to the advance. Wow, baby, what do you think of the underground esports team? Because it seems the underground esports team were not able to get the booyah, but still they were able, just a little mistake the V-ENT Sports had in this Purgatory map. They were able to top the table, taking the first position away from the V-ENT Sports team and the Restart Esports team, grabbing the booyah in the Purgatory map. With more eliminations on their table, the Alpha Wolves right now have traded space with the Xrootz Esports team. SpaceX Esports team still at the same. They are actually stagnant. The SpaceX Esports team are not moving forward. They are not moving backward either. Rocky actually using the terrain in the fight to his advantage, leading his team into victory. You see the MT7, the sniper, going trade for trade, going bang for bang, going weapon for weapon, going nade for nade. Come on. He is the man. He is the man. He actually led his team to victory, because without MT7 in that game, I don't think the Restart Esports will be able to make that possible. What do you think the underground esports team actually did in this game in the Purgatory map to be able to top the table, baby?
Underground esports, they know how to revive, they know how to divide and conquer, they win their fights, and based on CQC, they are a very strong side. And again, something about the underground esports I'd like to say is, no booyah, no problem today, but tomorrow is the championship format. If they can't get that booyah, they cannot get the win. That's for tomorrow. But today, of course, they can go all the way, just 6 maps. Whoever gets the highest point gets the total rush points. That's 10 points. And of course, they are doing it already. And they already have 61 points. And V-ENT Sports have 60 points. Just 1 point away from the underground esports side. V-ENT Sports side, they were on the back foot in this map, sure. But we saw how they went with the map and with the fights over and over again. They kept on getting chowed over and over, but still recovering. And the V-ENT Sports did it phenomenally well. But sadly, the FORSE Esports just had to play spoilers, and that was great game coming in from the underground esports, the V-ENT Esports players, and of course not so great from the Gen Esports.
We will be heading for the commercial break. I know you definitely want more of this, but you have to be patient. We've headed the Purgatory map after map, and right now we're heading for the commercial break. We will be back to feed you more of the entertainment.
guys, welcome back. And
So welcome back, guys. Welcome back. And right now we will be showing you the future Spider-Mans because you know the map. You do know the map. They are the Spider-Man. They are the Spider-Man. They are the Spider-Man. It's actually like purgatory map, but yeah, it is actually, it has a red touch to you. You could know the map is deadly. The color is deadly. The map is deadly. You know V-ENT esports team are taking that same sport they are going to be taking to get the advantage in the game. And right now, over to you, baby.
we see the map 4 as we went through it before, and it is the eye zone damage round. The zone damage is going to be high, everything is normal, but the heat from the zone is going to be a lot. So many teams try to recover in the zone. We have seen underground esports and V-ENT esports doing that, and they do it, and now they are at the top of the table. Well, from this map, it might not be that easy for them because recovering is going to be a lot of work because you have to do it in the zone. And I'm one who have witnessed the this eye zone damage because I've seen a lot of tournaments in which it has been used. But the eye zone damage from the second zone is traveling like it's the fourth in the regular map. And it's going to be a lot for you if you're a team that cannot actually balance and get stronghold or a foothold in the map. But we're seeing that underground and V-ENT don't land at the edge of the map, so the zone will actually be shifting to the advantage. We see underground esports players, they're always land, we know the V-ENT esports players always land around the command post side, and the underground esports team land, oh wow, in the same place. Wow, it's an ultra between underground players and the V-ENT esports. I wasn't even sure at first, but wow. I was see Supreme already goes down for the V-ENT esports players, 2 players down! From the V-ENT esports side, only Timmy and Abib left to fend for each other. Does Neutral go down? No, Timmy is punished for it, and only Abib is left. Where is he? Abib makes his way out of there, but Restart Esports is just close by at MT7. He is just on the northern side of Refinery, and he spots the underground players, and the rest of the Restart Esports players are coming into command post, and let's see how the rest of the fight is going to play out.
The V-ENT esports team should actually learn to be very flexible because the way the V-ENT esports actually landed with the underground esports team actually punish them in that way. But yeah, we're actually definitely looking for the way Abib is going to bring them back because he always delivers. Abib always delivers. We have the underground esports team leaving command post coming against the Restart esports team. The Restart esports team might just make it the end for the underground esports team because they have the higher ground advantage. The first team to make a move between the Restart esports team right now and the underground esports team might just get sent back to the lobby. V-ENT esports team already back. This is Virox. Virox is back right now, increasing the chance that the V-ENT esports team are not going to get sent back to the lobby. The early stage of the match, the BERSERK generation esports team for eliminations on board already. They are coming out. The SpaceX esports team are not actually trying to lag behind also, but yet the SpaceX esports team are down to 2 players. If the SpaceX esports team don't find a way to recover from they might actually just take the same position, and Aka is down. Heading in without strategy against another esports team in this lobby might just be the most useless thing I've seen so far since the beginning of this game. Like, what don't you think, baby?
That was I don't know, that was quite stupid. You knew he was there, but still you zipped straight
You
to
were charging in. Why will you be charging in? And Neutral grabbing the eliminations already through elimination, using the same skills to his advantage against the player right now in the underground esports team. The men right now, they are the team right now. They might just have that potential fight with the FORSE esports team, but I think they are navigating away for the FORSE esports team. Do you think the FORSE esports team are going to come from the underground esports team? Because definitely they might just come for the underground esports team. The terrain is not actually giving an advantage for the underground esports team at this point, because you could definitely see all the way to the command post from the spots where the FORSE esports are taking.
And yeah, we see the momentum coming in from the underground esports players. They already racked up 4 eliminations and 3 courtesy of Neutral. And one of the eliminations from Neutral was due to a stupid gameplay coming in from the player from the side of Restart Esports, just zipping straight into the enemy with no plan, because you can't drop balls with a zip line. You can't do anything with a zip line apart from shoot, and he didn't have the angle. But Neutral, of course, he punishes him for that very, very, very disorganized gameplay. And of course, that draws his team to a back foot, and they are still yet to get the revive on him. But Aka, with an off-meta gun, the Farmers takes down the player from Alpha Wolves, which is nice 7. And we see the players of underground esports are circling around command post and nothing. And oh, a feast! Rocky feast SPX today. I don't know if it's AFC.
Ow!
How did he feast him today? That is crazy. Rocky feasting to that, and we see Alpha Wars players taking the players from the side of Restart Esports. Aka goes down. 2 players left on the side of Restart Esports, though they have 5 elimination. And the Vent Esports are back for the revenge up against the Alpha Wars team. They want that weapon. Team me! Neutron neutralized, but no confirmation, no grapple hook. But Timmy is going down manually. This time not with the grapple hook, going down with his both legs. And we see Supreme getting that shot on Mitsuke. Mitsuke doesn't get punished. The grenade comes in on neutral, and Timmy takes down neutral again. Pokes in his close by 69 damage on him. He's retreating, no revive on neutral yet, and he's quite confused. The retired also comes in, and he is taken out also by Timmy.
And it might just be the same story for the Underground Esports, the way they went against the and V-ENT Esports team and not just backing down from this fight. And V-ENT Esports Virox with the K90 going against Mitsuke right now. Mitsuke heading in with the trying to use that rotation to raise advantage. Mitsuke going against Habib. That is a knock from Habib. What elimination! Wow! Wow, AC80 damage to Mitsuke right now. Double kill from Habib. The Underground Esports team are still topping the table. Oh, I am so wrong. The Restart Esports team down to just 1 player. They might get sent back to the lobby. Habib actually making sure that there are no third parties. The Underground Esports team might just be back. Slide right in for Habib. Sniper just heading in for Habib right now. It seems a sniper game versus sniper. Virox heading in. The sniper might also be in trouble right now. Virox might just be in trouble. Sniper already being spotted by the V-ENT Esports team. He might just be in trouble. V-ENT Esports team might just be coming out for him. Supreme might just be coming out for him. The convocation, I mean the conversation between the team. They actually know what they are cooking. They actually know what they are cooking. You and the sniper dropping the UAV. Not trying to sell his location out to the V-ENT Esports team, but sadly the V-ENT Esports team already knows the location. Trying to get knock on Habib, and yes, another from Habib. That is such a game from you and the sniper. He might just be able to get a knock, and yes, Timmy is here to confirm that elimination is start. Over to you, baby.
That was great play coming from V-ENT Esports, using Habib as a decoy play to take down Slifer. A great grab from the man on the electrotherapy, and we see neutral launching straight to Timmy, and does Timmy punish him? Yes! He does get punished, but it is Mitsuke who punishes Timmy. Neutral also goes down courtesy of Supreme, but Supreme, instead of going for that pick up, he allows Virox do it and go back for the revive, and instead Habib is finally brought back, and the Underground Esports players again are on the back foot. We're seeing how the Underground players here, the both sides, they are not letting this fight go. They go back, they recover, they come back, they go back, they recover, they come back, and the cycle is going on over and over and over and over again. This is the third cycle. The V-ENT Esports players are not the ones bringing players back in this one. The Underground players, it's a 3v3 currently. Timmy is taken down, and there is no revive on Timmy, but we see Virox on 2,100 token, spotted by Pogzin, and he knows Virox went up top to that building. Supreme also no coins at hand. Habib also no coins at hand, but they are sticking to this fight. This 3v3 between these teams. The ego in this game between the Underground Esports team and the V-ENT Esports team right now is actually very surprising. They don't want to back down, and they are not looking out for any third parties right now. They are just focused, and Virox might just get and yes, the V-ENT Esports team are in trouble. The Underground Esports team will look for a way. They will look for a way forward. They will look for a way to get the elimination on the V-ENT Esports team. But being a very, very smart team, the V-ENT Esports team are big right now. Using the Habib might just get knocked. The Underground Esports team still pushing forward. The V-ENT Esports team looking for a way to get that reposition, and V-ENT Esports will be going back into the Stone Ridge. The Stone Ridge right now, the territory for the V-ENT Esports team. You don't want to be getting in the territory of the V-ENT Esports team right there. The V-ENT Esports team just by going to the Stone Ridge, and now they are back to 1 player. The V-ENT Esports team just down to 1 player. Why in that fight did they actually go back when they are just 3 versus 3? And the FRS Orc, having an Orca right now going against the COSA NOSTRA esports team. 1 elimination so far. Robin right now trying to get the revive, and Robin is back in the lobby, joins the fight going against the COSA NOSTRA esports team. And we see great play coming from the Underground Esports players and the V-ENT Esports players. The Underground Esports players, they were the victors in that fight, to double of what the V-ENT team claimed to their name. I see Lady Boy confirmation of him already, and Juice is also going back to the shop at Bayfront to go get the revive. And Boss also is taking the northern side. He doesn't get spotted by the FORSE esports players. 2 eliminations to their name already, 1 for Orc and 1 for Slayer. And Slayer is quite the Slayer for his team, but now he's almost getting taken down. With the electrotherapy is strong on him, and he doesn't get taken down courtesy of Flacy. And Flacy is also going back to bring the starlet of their team, who is Orc, which took us quite the number of eliminations at Purgatory when his team secured 22. And we see Boss going up against FORSE esports players, and the outcome is already decided, and Boss goes down courtesy of Slayer. who slays him again, courtesy of the FORSE esports team. And 3 eliminations already, FORSE esports, 8 eliminations on the ground esports, full recovery, SpaceX 3, V-ENT 4, full recovery, Alpha was 5 eliminations. And when the V-ENT esports and the underground esports were confirming their fights, or at the final phase of their fights, the Alpha Wolves were charging in, and I believe the Alpha Wolves and the underground esports should be fighting currently as it stands. And yes, we're seeing the Q feed, and Marine takes down Neutral, Sniper takes down TJ. It's a trade for both sides. It's now a 3v3 at command post. But we're still here at the fight between the FORSE esports and the SpaceX team. The SpaceX team up there on the front foot here. The FORSE esports players, they are back to retreat here. The Trailblaze are coming in from the SpaceX team. And see great position coming from TU with the snipers. He sacks Flacy up, and they don't go in for the rush, but TU goes in for CQC up against Flacy. 1v1, but Flacy punishes him for that. The sniper doesn't go up close and personal, but JB is doing God's work for his side. Takes down Robin, and now Flacy is the final player. And we see the best players going up against the Xrootz esports, going up against the V-ENT esports, and we see Bahai taking down off screen, and we see JB bringing out his players from the side of SpaceX esports, and he's punished with the flash freeze. Flacy is not letting this fight go, breaking the walls over and over and over with the M5. Then he takes 2 of them down. My word, Flacy, with the flash freeze, takes them down. The Nero was to his disadvantage, but still punishes them for it, and they are the absolute victors in this fight. But on the ground, esports players off screen, punished by the Alpha Wolves team, and they have also been taken out of the map at Kalahari.
The underground esports team, that's why trying to be the predators against the V-ENT esports team at the command post right there. The V-ENT esports team are still in this lobby. I did say you don't want to be going against the V-ENT esports. You don't want to be going to the Stone Ridge for the V-ENT esports, but they did nevertheless, that the Alpha Wolves and the V-ENT esports team actually dealt with them. We might just be getting that. We might be getting that potential battle with the Alpha Wolves esports team and the V-ENT esports. We've not actually been seeing any battle between the Alpha Wolves esports and the V-ENT esports team since the beginning of this match. V-ENT esports team with 7 eliminated Alpha Wolves with full team with 9 eliminations. SpaceX esports team just down to 1 player. For the NX7 has not actually been doing a lot since the next round. He looked for a way to grab his team into the last zone, but yet he was not able to do it as a solo player. You can't do it as a solo player. You need the support of your team, and he didn't. It wasn't provided for him. That's why being the leader, he actually tried to carry his team at the in-game. He wasn't the in-game leader. Paco from the SPX esports team is definitely the in-game leader, but still, for the NX7 looked for a way to grab that last zone to their advantage. But yes, getting sent back to the lobby was actually a very, very tragic end for the SpaceX esports team. They are back to the lobby. They are back to the lobby. Not done with the conversation, and the SpaceX esports team are back to the lobby. You definitely won't be able to survive that if it was also you. The last closing zone, and you could see the SpaceX getting back to the lobby with 5 eliminations. Actually, the underground esports team trying, but the SpaceX esports team already grabbing that placement point. But the underground esports team are still back in the lobby, and the V-ENT esports team actually forcing in where the zone will stop. Are they going to take that the advantage? Alpha Wolves is that Virox from the V-ENT esports team, the sniper hiding with the VSN, and that is such ego from Supreme. Going with the support is Virox right now.
And we see the V-ENT esports, they are punishing the Alpha Wolves team for bearing their fangs at them, and Boss off screen taking out player from the Alpha Wolves esports. But Alpha Wolves, wow, and Supreme with their final air cut on the player from the AW team. They had 9 eliminations before hitting the lobby. That is a lot of points to their name already, but still punished by the V-ENT esports side. And the V-ENT esports side, they were on the back foot most of the game, and now 11 eliminations. Underground esports, who look to be able to snuff them out before, already in the lobby quite earlier than them. And now 11 eliminations, they are your Q leaders, with only 4 teams sharing the lobby with them. And Gen is one of them, in which they had a battle royale 4v4 against each other, and the V-ENT esports were obviously victorious. But now the Gen esports looking to have better loot than them, but then taking out the Alpha Wolves esports team is just going to give them advantage based on the weaponry system. And Restart esports 6 eliminations, COSA NOSTRA 2 eliminations, FORSE esports 6 eliminations with only 1 player left in their team. And COSA NOSTRA also, they lose 1 player and they are yet to bring him back. And Restart esports squad players from FORSE esports, the last one from FORSE esports, is in a vehicle and he wants to make sense, and he doesn't make his way to confinement, sadly for him. And now the players on Restart esports are rotating straight into the BERSERK generation team. And the BERSERK generation team, of course, they might know of their position here, but we've seen MT7 is their target of HP, and that might be courtesy of the Gen players. And we've seen Virox taking down a player from the side of COSA NOSTRA. Oh, my bad. I think that, yeah, COSA NOSTRA. But the revive is imminent. And Virox taking out Crack also. The confirmation is imminent. And Gun goes down courtesy of Aka from the Restart esports team. Confirmation is imminent. And Smith brings back Crack on the revive. And he might be shot down from the sky. But 4 teams left in the 5th circle, in the 5th string. MT7 loses a lot of HP. And courtesy of Roro, he takes down Roro takes that empty 7, but there is no confirmation. And the Gen team are looking at the front. They are looking at the front foot here, and they have that confinement high ground.
The battle between the best 4 teams in this lobby actually is inevitable. You have the Restart Esports team, the ones who took the lobby to their end. In the last game, the COSA NOSTRA Esports team also grabbing one elimination. Grabbing the first booyah in the first game. We had the V-ENT Esports team in this game. The man of the game with a double-digit elimination with BERSERK Generation Esports team. Liam, the player, has actually been inept so far. The man has actually been known to be the player in the game. Actually, carrying this team as his bad, but he has been inept so far. Is he also part of his plan? Because I actually said it before, using the Xrootz to his advantage, is quite getting for Smith right now. Roro is taking the odd background advantage going against Timmy right now. Timmy, the V-ENT Esports team still don't have cover. We can't just have the COSA NOSTRA Esports team going against the V-ENT Esports team right now. I think the COSA NOSTRA Esports team are down to 2 players or 3 players right now. Lady Boy being spotted by Roro. He might just go for a restart Esports right now. V-ENT Esports team not being aware of where the COSA NOSTRA Esports team is. The COSA NOSTRA Esports team might be able to get the advantage of that, and Timmy is down. Timmy is down. Supreme is down. Just down to 2 players in the V-ENT Esports team. Such a bad decision for the V-ENT Esports team. Right there, the COSA NOSTRA Esports team are back to the lobby. Restart Esports team, closing that distance between the V-ENT Esports team and the BERSERK Generation Esports team. Bringing back, and Rocky, the man, is down. He's back. Aka is right there down, and the MC7 is also down. They might just try to look for a way to pressure the Restart Esports right now. Just down to 1 player. The V-ENT Esports team has a way. They still have a way to get a survivor. And I think the Restart Esports is actually the face of the yes, the V-ENT Esports team grabbed the eliminations to themselves. W get from Happy grabbed the 8 elimination for his team right now, 16 eliminations in total. And Supreme is down. Supreme is down. Happy going in with that tap right now, and this is the game for the V-ENT. I mean, the BERSERK Generation Esports team. V-ENT actually looking for a way to get their hands on the booyah, but the BERSERK Generation looked for a way to grab that booyah. They took the advantage that the Restart Esports were going against the V-ENT Esports team right now. Roro actually looking for a way, sending back Timmy and Supreme back to the lobby. It was a good game from Timmy and Supreme. It was actually a good idea for Timmy and Supreme, but not being aware that the COSA NOSTRA Esports team will look forward to a way to send them back to the lobby. And the Restart Esports team also using them as the center of attention. The BERSERK Generation Esports team also supporting them right now, send them back to the lobby. If not, the battle right there might just be at the edge. It actually put them at edge actually, because the V-ENT Esports team will not lose that battle in a normal day. But yes, definitely we have the V-ENT Esports team still back for their throne. They are on table with 83 total points. The Restart Esports team 77 total points. The Underground Esports team being the 3rd, the BERSERK Generation being the 4th. It's actually a battle between 4 last players, except the Underground players right now. The COSA NOSTRA Esports team being the 5th, the FORSE Esports team being the 6th on table. Frozen Empire 7, SpaceX Esports. They are still there. Like, bro, come on. The SpaceX Esports team are not going backward, neither they are going forward. The Alpha Wolves are right here, and the Xrootz Esports are still on the 10th position on table.
What I don't understand is, how is Xrootz last place? I've seen them in more fights than anybody.
Like,
and I don't even notice when they get sent back to the lobby. 24 points in 4 games. I don't know how they are there. I don't know what they're doing, but wow. And also, Frozen Empire and FORSE Esports, how are you 6th and 7th respectively? Like, this table is really surprising. V-ENT Esports, of course, they deserve the position where they always make it to the top 3 in every single map.
Every single map.
Esports, punished for, I don't know if they are not giving it, they are definitely giving it their all. This is the final day 1. And 72 points already on the board, but they are meant to be able to stay up. They overcommit to fight. Even when they are at a disadvantage, I really respect them for that. They still go at you. If you just drop your guard a little, the Underground Esports players are going to punish you. But then, my team of the day, as I'll keep saying it, Restart Esports. They are where I want them to be. They just need to a little bit dethrone them. Maybe go and drop them or something. Restart Esports, GG's. 77 points, 2nd place. And just 6 points away from the V-ENT Esports. I don't know who Restart Esports is, but wherever you came from, GG's to you. 77 total points. Restart Esports, that is crazy. BERSERK Generation, they didn't do well, all that. They were quite silent still. The third half of that game. And of course, they have rounded up to 61 eliminations after they made it to top 3 in NOSTRA. They didn't do quite well in the Bermuda, but in the second game of the day, they did beat well, and that's a great game from them. COSA NOSTRA team also 5th place, though they have been underwhelming all day, they still made it to the 5th place. I don't know, I've not really seen any fight in which they came out dominant. FORSE eSports GG's, Frozen Empire GG's, SpaceX, AlphaWolves, and Xrootz, you need to do better. 35, 25, and 24. Come on, you guys can do better.
Yeah, you do see the V-ENT esports team taking a booyah actually. Abib right there actually trying to get the advantage for his team. He actually tapped one of the players in the BERSERK generation esports team. And yes, don't you forget, this is the rush point stage. It is not the normal Bermuda you know. It is not the normal Bermuda you know. You have the zone damage. Like, you definitely don't. And yes, I can actually tell you that the underground esports team, the only reason the underground esports team were sent back to the lobby there was they were committed to that fight against the V-ENT esports. They went into the territory for the V-ENT esports team, and the V-ENT esports team look for a way to punish them with the AlphaWolves esports team. I can't put my fingers on what the AlphaWolves has been doing since the beginning of the game, but yeah, the AlphaWolves has been doing quite well. I don't know how the AlphaWolves are still 9th on the table. You could talk about the Xrootz esports team. The Xrootz esports team were actually doing well at the NOSTRA map. And yeah, don't forget the rush point system. First place take 10 points, the second place with 7 points, the third place with 6 points, fourth place 3 points, fifth place 2 points, the sixth place 1 point, and the 7th to 12th place 10. You understand what I'm saying? So, baby, actually, do you think the Restart esports team are still going to go with that momentum despite not actually getting the booyah in the last game? Do you think the Restart esports will be able to take the clone of the NOSTRA map, the Solara map right here? The story might just be the one. They might just be the one to grab the story, the Solara map. They might be the one to write the story. They might be the author of the story. They might be the playwright of the story right here. Do you think they're actually going to do that? Do you think they're actually going to give us the entertainment we want? Or yes, the Restart esports might actually get draw because the V-ENT esports team actually goes for the draw once they see a team that's actually a big threat in the lobby. Do you think the V-ENT esports are going to go for them, or they are still going to look for their way out? But they actually started in a very, very bad way in the beginning of the game. But yes, the Restart esports team, we still look forward to what they are going to cook for us. And yes, what do you think about the Restart esports team? So
the Restart esports, like you said us. I don't know why you said us. I'm looking for what they're going to give me in this game. They must or drop V-ENT, honestly, because you need to take that touch. I've been supporting them since the beginning of the game, and they definitely need to do it. I'm being selfish here for me, but we only have 8 teams logged into the lobby here. Jet esports, FORSE esports, SpaceX esports, AlphaWolves, Restart esports, COSA NOSTRA, V-ENT esports, Underground esports. Quite a few missing numbers. We started at 10 and now we are down to 8.
Come on, I can't see the Xrootz esports.
Restart against V-ENT.
I can't see the Xrootz esports. I did say the Restart esports
against V-ENT.
What did I say, baby? What did I say, baby? The V-ENT esports team will actually look for a way to go for the threat. The V-ENT esports team might not just be having it. Supreme going with that mini Uzi, and he just had that weapon advantage against the V-ENT esports, and the Restart esports might just get sent back to the lobby.
No, they are not. Timmy goes down. But straight off a drop, that was GG's from Supreme. I would say the double retaliating one, Abib, Restart MT7 taking that, but Slifer, Underground esports, no!
Underground esports team coming for that third party right now. Restart esports team, V-ENT esports team going back, trying to take the rotation to get the revive on their team. And now, it might be a potential fight between the Restart esports team and the Underground esports team. The Underground esports team coming in to add to the intensity, and the FORSE esports team might just be coming in. Oh, the Eagle Eye right there with the M2B going against Supreme, confirming that elimination is what Orc is trying to do right now. Virox right now might just be editing. He might be going for Aquarium right now. He might just be able to. And yes, Neutral right now as the Aquarium is gatekeeping the shop. He's not trying to look for a way for the FORSE esports or the V-ENT esports team to try to get the revive, and he definitely don't want to be going into. Oh, see the fight, see the trade, see the trade between the FORSE esports team and the COSA and the esports team right now. The FORSE esports team grabbing the elimination table to themselves. Buzz from the COSA and esports team, they are not resting. The SPX esports team, SpaceX esports team already heading in right now. Gun is down. Gun is down. Just heading in for that support as a sniper with the UMP. COSA and esports gun heading in. They might just be going for that revive. SPX as well might just be going down for that revive. GG.
GG, Meg stabs someone and Gun punishes him for that, and SPX eSport coming up to third party up against the COSA NOSTRA team. It is third party after third party after third party. Underground eSport now getting third party by Restart eSports, who they came to at first, and the COSA NOSTRA side, they bring back their players, but SpaceX punishes them for it, and gun finally goes down. JOGOU is also confirmed, and all final player left on the side of FORSE eSport, and V-ENT eSport bring back 2 players. Virus might have been the trade, and 4 eliminations to Restart, 4 eliminations to COSA NOSTRA, 3 eliminations to FORSE eSport, 4 to SpaceX, 3 to Underground, and V-ENT eSports are the biggest losers in that bout.
You could tell me, bro, 1 elimination. They're just look for a way to send the Restart eSports team back to the lobby.
Oh my
Come on,
God.
the Restart eSports team are back to the lobby for elimination, and now the Underground eSports team are coming back. They are back. 5 eliminations on the table for the Underground eSports team. The V-ENT eSports team went back for that revenge. They did go back for that revenge, and they made sure they confirmed the elimination. The V-ENT eSports team might just be going against the Underground eSports team right now. Underground eSports team having that momentum right now might just be going against the V-ENT eSports team. They don't want to be getting caught up in that fight with the V-ENT eSports team at the in between Aquarium, and yeah, they did take that advantage. I think they are going to get that fight against the Underground eSports team. And you and the sniper taking this position. Timmy might not just be the sniper, but taking this position as a sniper, using the zip line right now. Using the zip line right now. You and the sniper might just be in trouble. It might just be in trouble. V-ENT eSports having cornered. A sniper is down. Supreme confirming the eliminations to his team right now. V-ENT eSports right now 3 elimination.
Wow, I'm not a V-ENT fan again. I think you guys should, like, I don't know, they should just go. Someone needs to come third party, guys.
Like, really, bro?
Restart eSports, come on, 5 eliminations. You just have to do it now. And SpaceX also in the lobby courtesy of the Jet eSports.
4VNX7, 4VNX7, the man of the game in the SpaceX eSports, has not been showing us anything so far. He had been inept. Supreme is heading in 2 elimination for his team, and he might just be grabbing the 4th elimination right now, using the Underground eSports team as the scapegoat.
And great valiant dash coming from Supreme to claim his 3rd elimination and racking up V-ENT's total kill to 4 already. And like I said again, the third parties in this map was just absolutely crazy. I won't lie to you.
I'm telling you.
Battles after battles after battles. SpaceX, of course, the one up against the COSA NOSTRA side. The Jet eSport definitely came in from Riders Club or Windmill to come in for the third party there at Delta or wherever they landed. But great game from them. And now see the COSA NOSTRA up against the Jet eSport. They might be thinking this might be SpaceX, but no, it is Jet eSport. Smith goes down, Liam goes down. Roro is definitely on the back foot here. Craft and Roro, they are definitely the final player left, and Roro is stacked up. They know where every single player is, and Crack definitely trying to make his way out of here using the slide rail, but no, the cord might break down his glue wall.
It's my job. It's my job. And I said it that Liam is actually a very inept player so far. They are going in to confirm that elimination, but yes, I think Crack is just going to look for a way to get that revived before the COSA NOSTRA eSports team could do anything against them. He is down. The melee weapon might just be the one to hinder him. He might. And the BERSERK generation eSports team are back. They are back. Crack heading in for Delta R right now. COSA NOSTRA coming back. His COSA NOSTRA going to get cornered by the BERSERK generation eSports. I think he's trying to be the bait for the COSA NOSTRA eSports team right now. The BERSERK generation Crack, more elimination, being the man, grabbing the attention for the COSA NOSTRA eSports team. He might just be using the zip line to get that flanking. Where Roro is down, he might just be heading for that support once again. FRSO sending the V-ENT eSports team, almost sending the V-ENT eSports team back to the lobby in the early stages of the match. FORSE eSports team are still here for elimination. Still look forward to what the FORSE eSports team are going to feed for us.
And the FORSE eSports team up against the Alpha Wolves team, and TJ going for that flank with the Moss, but gets spotted. And nice going up against Flacy, but little does he know that Orc has the better position, tacks up Sombra, and we are going to be looking at the fight between V-ENT eSports and Underground eSports. Please, Underground eSports. Yes, Supreme goes down. I am a big hater at this one. Supreme goes down. Supreme is confirmed with the MP40 edge shot, and Mitsuke takes down Abib. And back to the FORSE and Alpha Wolves fight. And we see 2 players down from the Alpha Wolves, 3 players down from the Alpha Wolves team, 3 players down from the V-ENT eSports side. V-ENT eSports, Alpha Wolves need to go back to recover, but Jet eSports have made that full recovery for their side, and Underground eSports go up to the tally of 8 eliminations, and we see the FORSE eSports 7 eliminations, V-ENT eSports 4 with only 1 player left.
The Prophecy coming back for V-ENT eSports once again. The Virox on the V-ENT eSports and bringing back the players right now, and now the Prophecy is back. The V-ENT eSports might not just have it their way in this game, and the Alpha was with 0 elimination right now, down to 1 player. they might not just be having this game. The Restart Esports being the greatest nightmare for the V-ENT Esports team, but the V-ENT Esports team are still in this lobby, and the Restart Esports team are back to the lobby. And right now, still looking forward to what the BERSERK generation is going to feel up, because they have actually been racking up their elimination off screen. They've not been finished on anything so far on screen. BERSERK generation Esports team, 5 elimination. COSA NOSTRA, 6 elimination, and this is Xrootz. He is down, but he actually completed his mission before he got spotted by another team. COSA NOSTRA Esports team still at the location we expect them to be. They might just be having that potential battle against the FORSE Esports team. The FORSE Esports team right now might just be heading back. They might be heading back. Already spotting the COSA NOSTRA Esports team with the FORSE Esports team taking the advantage. Orki's right here as the sniper. They might just be heading in. Assault. That is a grenade from COSA NOSTRA gone right now. 2 elimination. Trying to confirm the elimination for the 3rd elimination. FORSE Flashy flanking away from the funfair right now. The funfair has actually been a very tragic end for the FORSE Esports team right now. Slayer trying to be a base for COSA NOSTRA Esports team right now. Heading with the F596 boss right now, confirming the elimination. He might just be able to confirm the elimination.
And we see the COSA NOSTRA great nade coming in from going to open that fight, and we see great Valiant that's coming in from boss also to claim his 2nd elimination. And the FORSE Esports are back again on they won the fight up against the Alpha Wolves. Who have 0 eliminations as it stands, and V-ENT Esports also, they are back, and they're also chopped again back to 1, which is Abib again for the 3rd time. I don't know how Abib keeps doing it, but he keeps escaping fights over and over and over and over again. V-ENT Esports, they are racking the eliminations, but they are getting punched. But this time, Xrootz is not going to make his way out of here. Up against Sniper, 1 more shot, and yes, V-ENT Esports are out. This is what I want. I've been waiting for this. They punished Restart Esports. They also need to get punished. I think with this, the underground esports players might actually make their way back to the top of the table, dethroning the V-ENT Esports and also the Restart Esports. Great game coming in from underground esports, and finally, the divide and conquer finally paid off in the 5th game of the day.
You could see the underground esports team putting V-ENT Esports team at their place. They actually did that plan together. The plan they had against the FORSE Esports team, the V-ENT Esports team, the underground esports at the it was not a 3rd party. It was a 4th party. It was 4th team, and there we might actually be seeing the law of karma coming in for the underground esports once again. Slifer before elimination using the V-ENT Esports team as scapegoat. They just claim that they might just be able to claim their victory right now. OAW Sombra is still in this game. FORSE Esports taking tower right now. They are taking the TV tower. The COSA NOSTRA Esports team trying to head into the way for the TV tower right now. The Delta I might just be the end for AW Sombra and his teammates right now. BERSERK generation leaving Delta I right now. They are just in a play. They are in an open space where the COSA NOSTRA Esports team actually, and COSA NOSTRA Esports team are going for the BERSERK generation Esports team right now. And that is the AW Esports team Alpha Wolves still with elimination, trying to use the COSA NOSTRA Esports team to get 1 elimination at least on the table. It might not just be the first, it might not just be the 2nd, it might just not be the 3rd time that the Alpha Wolves tried this, but it all went into a failed strategy. AW Esports team still looking for that conservative game. TJ777 not putting them in any fight so far. They are trying to look for that zone fight, and we want that zone fight against other team. BERSERK generation Esports team might actually have them cornered. They are cornered beside the
I'm sure they read the rules as to the zone. Them trying to
definitely them trying to enter the zone, them trying to use the zone as their advantage might actually be a bad thing, because why will you think this is the best strategy you could? And the BERSERK generation Esports are actually aware of what they are doing. They are aware of what they are doing. They're not trying to push in carelessly. Is what the BERSERK generation Esports are doing. And COSA NOSTRA Esports team might just be able to gatekeep the BERSERK generation Esports team right now. And the Alpha Wolves Esports team right now. The underground Esports team might just be coming also. They might come in for that 4th party. And BERSERK generation crack. BERSERK generation crack, that is an example. Juice from the COSA NOSTRA with the 111 damage right now. Try to steal the kills, and it is a team wipeout for the BERSERK generation Esports team. The Alpha Wolves, we all think, are going to get sent back to the lobby right there, and now in the zone when they get the COSA NOSTRA Esports team, but they are still being gatekept. Layer in that glow wall for the healing UAV, and yes, it might just be the end for the Alpha Wolves. MRN and Nice remaining the Alpha Wolves. 2 players, they might just be going against the COSA NOSTRA Esports team. You were in this life fight, is still here, trying to get that position, trying to get the angle, and AW Nice heading for the neutral in the underground esports team might actually be a bad decision. It might be a bad decision. FORSE esports team isolated. They are isolated. Their sniper might be looking for a way to get the angle also on the COSA NOSTRA esports team and the AW esports team.
And we see packed final fours, and everyone made their way into that final circle. No one wants that zone fight. 4 teams left, 13 players left. And among the 4 teams left, they are missing quite a few players. And now only 3 teams left, and each team is with a full stack. And now we see underground esports. Of course, they have the S eliminations and they have the highest win rates. COSA NOSTRA 34 and FORSE esports 29% win rates. And the FORSE esports are going up straight against the underground esports. And the COSA NOSTRA side are playing quite reclusive gameplay, but we see 60 damage already. That's probably courtesy of the VSK 94. Up against Gold and Ladyboys. If we get stopped up, Ock takes down Slifer. Wow. But the revive is imminent. They don't seem to overcome since they fire up against underground esports. And 13 minutes into the game, 3 teams left, 12 players alive.
It's actually unexpected that the golden hour of the game is actually this very peaceful. FORSE esports team going against the underground esports team. Grabbing an headcourt is Robin. That is an headcourt with a woodpecker right now. He might just be going with a throw gun right now. They might just want to get that third party. COSA NOSTRA is here. Trying to take that fight into the advantage. COSA NOSTRA gone with the M590 right now. The throw gun has not actually been infecting this guy. FORSE esports might actually get sent right to lobby. Another one. It is another one. Robin heading in and is down the eagle eye, and Robin might just be the end for Robin. Underground esports team adding to the intensity in this battle already, heading for the third party. You and the Slifer creating an angle. You and the Mitsuki heading in. Pokizin heading for that support. Neutral also heading in as a Russia. COSA NOSTRA gone ready for the underground esports team. But I think the underground esports team are not aware that the COSA NOSTRA esports team are very. Oh! Gun is down. Gun is down. Mitsuki is down. It's a trade for trade. It's a knock for no. Slifer here with the sniper going behind that run. Trying to represent Rocky from the Restart esports team. Going with the sniper. AWS. Juice is down. Neutral is here. Neutral with the knock. Boss COSA NOSTRA. It might be a 1v2. I saw. And neutral might just be going in. And that is a revive. Sniper heading for that revive as a sniper also. And the battle might just be cooled down.
Great turnaround coming in from the side of underground esports players. They lost Mitsuki early on in the fight. They took gone down already courtesy of Sniper. The great players coming in with the most. And now the underground players on the front foot. And courtesy of neutral, they got that. And
Balance down from
Sniper. It's
Balance down from Boss.
Mitsuki takes down Ladyboy. Can Boss do it for the side of COSA NOSTRA esports? No, it's not
possible. The underground esports team. The kings of the Solara map. GG's to you all. GG's to Slifer. Slifer the sniper creating an angle, putting his team at a very big advantage against the COSA NOSTRA esports team. It's worth a battle worth watching. You definitely want to watch that. If you're just joining the live, you should definitely watch that. You definitely don't want to misspeak. You don't want to misspeak. That is the underground esports team going against the COSA NOSTRA esports team.
Just as I predicted, the underground esports players are going up to 98 total points and finally get a booyah of their own. Advanced esports 94 points, Restart esports 79, COSA NOSTRA 73, BERSERK Gen on 72, FORSE esports 66, Frozen Empire still on 40. I think the ones that missed the previous map, and SpaceX 37, Alpha was still on 35. Wow. Xrootz still on 24. It is not looking good for those bottom team players. But it is not the final day. Today is just like let me just say, the pre-finals. You don't really need a bonus point to win the game. That if you're good enough. But the teams that are actually getting the bonus point now are teams that are actually at the very top of SSA. Underground, previously known as Amigos, V-ENT esports did so well in Free Fire World Series Africa. Restart esports, I don't know where they came from though. Like, I don't know. They are not a team I've seen in the biggest stage in SSA.
But they are doing well. They are doing pretty well. The underground esports team represented Cape Verde right now. Cape Verde esports team on top. Cape Verde is what we actually know the top dogs were the South African teams and the Nigerian team, but I think the Cape Verde are not giving it to neither of those teams right now. The Nectar map has been played, the Kalari map has been played, the Solar map has been played, the Purgatory map has been played, and yes, the where it's all started, the Bermuda map has been, and yes, we are heading to the random map, and we definitely might be back. We will be back after this commercial break we are heading into.
Bro. You say you go commercial break.
I go commercial break.
fizesse movimento.
You could see that gameplay, bro. You definitely saw what happened in the last game. It was a ban for ban. It was a knock for knock. It was a trade for trade between the underground esports team and the COSA NOSTRA esports team. But yes, the Kings, they actually stated why they were the Kings, and yes, definitely topping the table, taking the place of the V-ENT esports team. But still looking forward to what the V-ENT esports team are going to do. This is the sixth map. The zone damage is very high. You don't want to be doing what the Alpha Wolves actually did in that last map. You definitely want to be doing that, because you will get sent back to the lobby. Next Terra map, here we come. Next Terra map, here we come. Another story for the next Terra. It was a different story in the last time, and yes, you definitely will see what the next Terra holds for us once again. The futuristic map, it looks the futuristic map is so it is very very clear. It has the terrain. You can use the terrain to your advantage, and yes, definitely we are seeing the teams head in already, and yes, the teams are back. I think the Xrootz esports team are back in this lobby, or don't you think, baby?
Yeah, they're back to this lobby. They're back in this lobby, and we have 9 teams out of the 10 that initially started, and we are looking now at a map in which V-ENT esports won the first one today. But the game now, the difficulty is you don't need placement points. The placement points are chopped basically in half, even if it's not up to it. It's just basically in half. But the kill point is 2 per kill, and you just need to go berserk here. And from a very disadvantageous position, you can come back to top the table here at the Dynasty Cup. SSE, and we're seeing here on the ground esports, that's 1 point already, and that is 2 points in total already. I'm seeing Slifer here, and I think that was going up against the Frozen Empire, who won the first odd drop here at NOSTRA against them. Oh, am I getting wrong?
Nah.
I think the underground esports won.
Yeah, the underground esports.
Yeah, they won the NOSTRA map. That's the first elimination for NOSTRA. We see the binoculars coming in from Deca Square on Plaza area, but the players were not at the range of the binoculars, and that might be a wrong information pass to the SpaceX team if they go into Plaza area thinking there is nobody there. But we see a double scan also on mod sites. Unknown to them, the V-ENT esports have already moved just right behind them, and that's 2 wrong binoculars coming in from the side of SpaceX. But I think Paco spots the V-ENT esports players rotating. No, not looking good for Paco at all with the woodpecker, and can get any tap on the V-ENT esports player. Instead, he's waiting for that reclusive gameplay back into mod sites and rendezvous to his teammate. But no, the V-ENT esports players won't allow that. And Timmy takes out Paco, but Supreme wants to trade, and it's definitely going to be brought back up. How is the fight between V-ENT esports and SpaceX going to play out?
The SpaceX esports team actually not going that way. Our fire Paco is still here on his name. The V-ENT esports team might just be using him as bait. Max is here as a chrono user, using that to his advantage. The SPX esports team might not just be having it for the NX7. Their star player in the SpaceX esports team was not having it, and they had to sub him out. But the V-ENT esports team are still here. All the teams having the eliminations already in this lobby just have 1 or 2 eliminations. The underground esports team dropping one more elimination to their table to restart esports right now. The favorite of babies. I want to see what the restart esports team has in store for us. Rocky right now going against, I think he's actually looking for a way. The V-ENT esports team Virus. He has how did he not spot Virus? How didn't he spot Virus? That might just be the end for Rocky. Wow, Virus saw this position for Rocky. Rocky did not actually spot Virus right there. And it is a fight. A sniper versus sniper. No, and Virus like, that is it for Rocky right there.
I don't know if his brain is made of rocks, but wow, that was, I don't know, he passed your front, yes, and you could not see him. And instead, you saw him, instead of opting for the glue walls, you decided to get into a vehicle. Up close and personal, like, what's the point? And now on the ground esports, 4 eliminations, they lose 1 player. V-ENT esports also 4 eliminations, they lose 1 player also. The 2 teams in the highest eliminations lose 1 player each. But Abib spots Aka, and they are preventing the restart esports from getting that revive. But I think, yeah, the revive is already gotten already by the restart esports. I see Aka trying to get that angle on Abib. Abib also misses the riptide redeem, and also misses the shot after the riptide redeem. That is not quite good from Abib. And you see, time of HP chopped off, quality of MC, and the result is for playing 2 snipers.
Yeah, I think they're definitely playing 2 snipers. That is Rocky. The man with rocks for brain right there. MT7 right now with double sniper. Actually, looking forward to what Abib is going to do. What is Abib's response to Rocky right now? See, heading in is Rocky. He might just get punished. How he did in the last game, heading into the vehicle. Bad decision from Rocky right there. Aka heading in, closing the distance between Timmy right now. Timmy being distracted by Rocky, and Aka might just be going for the ball. He might just have that game about transporting. I can see what he is doing right now. Rocky is that once again the man for brains, the man who has rock for brains. He's here once again. He's here once again, bro.
This is for, I don't know what they are doing up against V-ENT, but they need to climb against V-ENT esports, and the V-ENT has already racked up 6 eliminations just from them alone, and they only got 3 to their name. That's half of what they donated to V-ENT esports. And Rocky, courtesy of him, the V-ENT esports have 2 extra eliminations. And see FORSE esports Orc going up against Jen Smith. This is the time of HP. The electrotherapy was not enough to bring him back. The confirmation is emailed on Orc, and Roro instead to come help goes for that the reclusive gameplay just to get back his teammates. And Jet Esports, they bring back the full team. And Liam Bolt walking, waiting for Ock to come close. And Up and Personal. And Ock and Placey, the final two players. And Ock is trying to get that revive, but not possible.
Liam just
takes him down. 6th elimination for Jet Esports.
Liam heading in for that trade right there. Heading for the trade which Smith actually sold. Smith became the baker and he sold his bread. But yeah, Liam coming in as a trader also. Trading by barter. Trading the kills and the frozen esports team. You can see them off the screen right now. Dropping a player from the underground esports team. It might not just be it for the underground esports team. It's a third party with the Frozen Empire, the Alpha Wolves esports team, and the underground esports team. BERSERK Generation Liam now coming up. He was inept in the last 2 games and the last 3 games. 2 SPS. Wins Landog. This is a double sniper right now. And Paco might just lead his team to victory once again.
And great game coming in from SpaceX after losing the initial bout up against V-ENT Esports. And see now they're going up against the underground esports. The underground esports, they lose players, but they have brought them back. And Neutral neutralizes Paco. And SPX, the other SPX player cannot help him. And Paco confirms. Wow! Also taking the clutch.
Wow! It might be a clout. Wow! It might be a clout. Neutral going in for that. Oh, he might just go for that team wipeout. And 2 XPS already bringing by his player. Neutral heading in. Neutral heading in. Going for that support is the last player in the 2 SPX esports team, trying to look for a way to navigate the underground players right now. Will he be able to do it? So that's really 2 is down. 2 is down. Underground esports team taking advantage of that battle. Such a good gameplay from Neutral right there.
Great game coming from the underground players, and Neutral held his ground after getting the revive on 2 of his teammates. And wow, BERSERK Generation eliminated courtesy of the V-ENT Esports. They have been venting their anger, and 2 of eliminations, the price the whole map has to pay for them just getting angry. And underground esports just 1 point behind, and we see Neutral running straight up to Ninja. Does Ninja see stealth about it? But no!
217!
Box is score! Courtesy of the Woodpecker elimination, Neutral confirms they are going into Rusttown, and right where Ryder is trying to get the revive on 2 of his players, and I think he should be able to get it. Rocky is far away from this skirmish here up at Rusttown, but my god, they might actually catch Ryder off rotation and chop him up. Underground esports are boxing up the roster into 2-1-1 splits, and we see 2 players.
Why are you getting into that fight against the underground esports team when you're not done with your revive? This is Ryder. He might just be heading with the Katana. Katana might win. It might be a flawless victory for SR Ryder. Right now, guys, the knock. The knock from Ryder right now. It is a trade. It is a trade. A Python for Python and SpaceX Esports have been actually vulnerable since the beginning of this match because they don't have a star player. The man who leads them to the last zone. Paco might actually not bring the best game ideas right now. Frozen esports team, 7 elimination. The V-ENT esports team, 12 elimination. Going against the underground esports team, they might just be the rivals in this game. Frozen esports team, Armour might be here trying to keep the Neutral from the underground esports team. He might just be in trouble. Heading back is Armour right now. He might just be the bait for his team. He might just do the best for his team. Heading in once again, going back trying to oh, it might be a close. Armour, the sniper. I mean, yeah, he is the sniper, but he's the sniper right now.
GG. Wow, that was great shot.
F590 from the underground esports.
And we see the zigzag coming in from the player on the side of Frozen Esports, the second sniper on the team. He was actually toying with the underground esports players, but Neutral wasn't having it and he chops him off. And now the V-ENT Esports are coming in for a third party, and Ninja has been spotted. 1 more shot to take him out, and
going against one player is crazy.
Supreme takes him down. 14 eliminations on the ground. V-ENT Esports are now the ones falling short. 13 eliminations already. Frozen Empire, final player, 7 eliminations. A big great shot for me. Even the V-ENT Esports side are playing 2 snipers.
Wow! Wow!
That was
exquisite.
Okay, we saw it in Kalahari where the Restart Esports player zipped into him.
Yeah.
And he's the one with that.
Like, bro, it's a lot of karma right there, bro. Supreme heading in as a rusher. I think he's heading to get that fight right now. Mitsuki already getting that V-vibes on Neutral. And yes, Alpha was my judge getting that third passive 5 elimination. Their version so bad. And AW Esports, TJ is now the captain for the Alpha was, and Supreme is down. Underground pokes in. He's going for that support, his Timmy. Timmy might just use the F590 to his advantage. Oh! Oh,
GG.
Timmy, Virus, the
yeah.
last player in the Venti Sports team. Virus right now, what is Virus going to do? What is he going to do? I think he might just need to head into the mod side to get the revive of his teammates.
And I think Virus has the same idea. Use a jump pad to actually move out. See, I like the fact that most of the teams here are playing 2 snipers, 1 nader and 1 rusher.
Bro.
People also using the double snipers. Virus is sniping. Supreme and Timmy doing just great at that front line. You see, Supreme without the nading skill, we saw him with the M79 in the 3rd map of the day, and he did quite well with it. On the ground esports, I don't know how they were at the center of everything and still got up to 17 eliminations. Didn't get killed, and we saw
Nigeria output.
man.
Right now we are back. You could see the Venti Sport team are here. They are here, bro. Venti Sport team, Virus was able to bring them back, and now it is the same story for the Venti Sport team. But Virus might just be able to get that. Oh, he won't be able to get that revive. He will not be able to get that revive. Although he's trying to head into the shop, but yes, that is definitely. Oh yeah, definitely he can get a revive on at least one player being spotted by the underground esports team already. With they give him that chance to get the revive. The COSA and NOSTRA esports, and this might just be the end for Virus. Getting the zone damages Virus, and yes, it might just be cornered by the COSA and NOSTRA esports team. COSA and NOSTRA esports team are still here going in for the player in the Venti Sport team. And right now it is a close fight. It might just be a close, and Virus is down. Virus is down by Juice, COSA and NOSTRA from the sniper from the COSA and NOSTRA esports team, and that is the end for the Venti Sport team. Oh, 25 damage from the underground esports team is just crazy, don't you think?
Is 50 points.
Like,
with the 7 that they might get from a potential buyer, that is 57 points just from a single game.
a single game, bro.
If the grand finals is this way, then the point gap might be outstanding. Like, I don't even know the word to use, but
It's
you know,
astonishing. Like the game we're seeing, bro.
wow. And 25 eliminations on the ground esports, Frozen Empire 8 eliminations, Restart esports 7. And if they actually keep racking the eliminations, they might actually surpass the Vent esports. But no. 15 eliminations already. That is 30 points from the Vent esports side. And the Frozen, the Restart esports only have 7, and which is just going to amount up to, I think that's going to be 14. Well, let's see how the rest of the fight is going to go. Oh, Juice on Slifer. He almost slices him open with that AWM, but it's not enough. Miss K going up against Russia's neutral also there. Boss.
Really delivered as a player, and Walcott, also known as one of the best captains right now in the African esports community. Walcott right now is also playing with his team tomorrow. He definitely don't want to miss that fight, don't you think, baby?
Yeah, you definitely don't want to miss the opening match of the day. JOGOU against Paradox, South Africa against Mozambique, and it is tomorrow at 4 p.m. general time, and we're going to see how the game is going to go. It's Saturday, and it is a top match. Of course, everyone should be free till Saturday, so you guys should definitely catch this match between Paradox Gaming and JOGOU.
Yeah, definitely. It is the Green Rangers esports team and the Red Ranger esports team. The esports team that actually has like they are the top dog. It is actually a battle between the underdogs and the top dog. You don't want to miss it. The Paradox esports team being the top dogs, because definitely, you know, they deserve it. And underdogs, they also deserve it. And definitely the name JOGOU might actually show us that they might not just be the underdog, they can also be the top dog. So definitely this will be the end for the Dynasty Cup for today. We are coming to the end for the Dynasty Cup for today, and yes, my name is Riley and my colleague name is Baby Spam. So yeah, right now we are heading to the end for the Dynasty Cup. Thank you for being on this journey with us from the group stages right now to the finals. So yeah, we will be back to show you more of that entertainment tomorrow.
fly, chip it